Welcome, everybody, to the start of this episode of The Natural Ones.
Hello.
And I'm glad you made that noise, you son of a bitch. You proud of yourself?
Never.
Never
Well,
happened.
I'm not even sure how we can say how to start this outside of let's just start.
Yeah, a week ago, a lot of stuff happened.
The session's adjourned.
Session in order?
That's what I meant.
No, and that's it.
Adjourned is the exact opposite.
Yeah. The entire
It's the exact opposite of what you meant.
the entire trial happened off camera.
Why is it green?
We won. We actually Clickwhistle is now actually the mayor of Sestead.
That's true. And the all-knowing eye.
Do they have a mayor?
All-seeing, all-knowing. I'm the dean of the college now.
One
Bite
more
me,
slip.
Barlow Vidogon.
So you are on your way to the spire. Fucking 2d4 all over again.
That sounds like a part. Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
I know, I just wanted...
You are making your
This is the
way.
energy.
You are making your way to the spire currently.
Sorry, I'd be in jail.
I know. It's like, giggle it up, man. Like, the rest of it's gonna get real
I
serious.
know.
Making our way to the spire. Walking fast.
You are also. They have
fast.
removed you from
And
the
spire
jail
bound.
cell,
Spire bound.
and they are taking you that direction.
Yep.
As you get towards the end of the garrison, though, they do have a cart where they like pick you up and put you in the barred
paddy wagon.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like a paddy wagon.
Initially,
Hey, that's fucking offensive.
But it's a jail cell in the actual wagon, and they are taking you to the spire.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Is there anybody else in the wagon? It's just like
There's a guy driving it, but the guards are like walking next to it, or there are people.
I'm gonna keep away from windows just in case anybody decides to sling some
It's
produce in there.
open,
It's just
Oh.
bars, man.
just open bars.
All right, I'm gonna chill.
Nobody's throwing anything. People
just
are like watching you go by, but nobody's like, "How dare you!" Like nothing like that.
I'm never
Queen
going to be
of
able to-
garbage.
Queen of
putrescence.
Queen of filth, Queen of putrescence. Boo!
Boo!
No! Sorry.
I mean, we went to the spire.
I'm going quietly.
What's our plan?
I'm going quietly until I see my friends.
I mean, I don't. Do I know how? Do we all know how to like? Do we
How
know
does
how
the
trials
legal
work?
system
Like, would I know what a trial is like? I don't.
Is this gonna be like where you went to
Liam
the
would
house?
probably be the closest in terms of actually knowing how a system of law would work.
He's also the smartest, so it's probably a good thing.
The way you grew up is
I mean-
much different. You've been out in the world for a few years, so like
Yeah, isn't
more
the
times than
justice
not,
system
like none of you have gone out of your way to upend the law, so you don't know. But Liam has the most learned brain of all of you, so he may have looked into. He knows what systems of government are. Sestead or Grania's specific brand of justice, you don't know, but you know how democracies work, and you know how this justice system would potentially work. But the rest of you are not really privy to that.
So how do these things usually work?
The rest of us aren't privy to that.
Well,
You knew that word? Is
Puts
I-
away the-
I-
Is that in their calendar?
that in your
It was
calendar?
given to me by God.
it's a democracy, so like representative democracy. What
Oh.
is this? Does the whole audience vote? Like what?
No.
All I know is it's democracy.
You know the system of government, but I was trying to say that like judiciarily, that
I want Philip to say that word next.
are you laughing because it's not really a word?
It's just the way it came out sounded funny to me.
Yeah.
Judiciary, like
Judiciarily.
the rural jury.
That
verge or?
Like, they'll probably have a representative. You'll probably have somebody who is vying for their case against the council, but it's probably a judged and juried event, and that is possibly where the vote comes from. So the standpoint of an individual having the opportunity to present their case is what you have right now. What Daphne was sort of pointing out was that
Put your own tail on them.
because she stepped in, there's even a trial happening. There are certain times where they don't even allow it because it's like, this is
So
far and
obvious.
above, very clear-cut case. The sentence doesn't need to go to trial. That's about as much as you can understand and know, is that there's probably room for you guys to do something, but that's sort of also what Daphne hinted at, was that, like, you guys could go and potentially make a case, but like she said, the best you could probably hope for is a reduced sentence.
Not community service. Can she just pick up trash for a day and then be done?
We're not wealthy enough to get that outcome.
You can't blame this on affluenza.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
All right. No, the issue is, do we just plead guilty and wait for the dawn to break her out? Like,
Don't think it's possible to make it seem like she didn't do what she did.
yeah, that's the thing.
It's not.
The only thing is, like I say, if we can go in there and make a case, we should try, because when the Crimson Dawn breaks her out, we don't want anyone to think that we had something to do with it. Because we won't. But do we just let her know somehow and tell her to meet us in Court Hall? Or no, just try and be...
No, I don't think. Because if she knows, that might change the way she acts.
Alright.
But I do think if they ask us to speak, we should. Just not about the Crimson Dawn specifically. But that's just my opinion. There's 3 other people in Panther here, so.
I mean, I think we should speak for her because I think it would feel pretty crappy if y'all, if I didn't know and you guys just were like, yeah, bye.
Yeah, that's
She-
my thing.
I think,
Like, might change how she acts as well, though, and stop her from doing something stupid.
but I think if we try it, she doesn't need to know that we're gonna break her out, but I think that we should fight for her.
Yeah.
Because I think as a family, it would feel really crappy if you guys just left me.
We're absolutely going to speak for her.
Well,
It's just what we're going to be pushing for. I think the best that we can hope for is to try and get her on a kind of parole situation. Something where maybe they're keeping an eye on her, but she's not put in a prison, you know?
I don't know how we do that. We can't...
We make her
Can't really-
seem seem like a valuable asset that they want on the outside.
How do we do that without trying to get them to flip on Crimson Dawn?
Daphne already knows.
Yeah. We
If
can
she-
just talk about all the things she's done.
If she can make the case that she needs her. There's no denying that she did what she did. I don't think it's possible to overturn something that seems to have been completely exposed. We know there's more to it. Daphne knows there's more to it. I think that's our best hope.
Right.
do we have to like bring anything to a trial?
Snacks.
Snacks. Sorry.
probably just yourself.
Do we have to dress like a certain way? I've never been to one of these.
Do we?
It's like a ritual kind of thing.
I don't know. Probably just like nicer wear. Maybe our adventure gear wasn't a great idea, but also this is what we're in.
Is there a clothes store nearby?
No.
Not on the way.
Then I guess we're going like this.
I'm gonna take my. Oh, I showered recently. Never mind. I look great. I forgot I took a bath.
I guess I'll like.
Did you take a?
I did. I said
Are
I went and talked to the mirror, and I had them all. I was like, I took a shower, and I like washed my hair a little bit, and I was
Okay.
like, yeah, I'm cool. And I was
Yeah.
practicing.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was
Yes.
your cool
I'll,
walk.
Yeah.
I'll take my hair down.
If I had to guess how long
Well,
trials would be, what do you think?
Clickwhistle rolls by.
I mean,
Your hair looks good.
you'd probably gauge
See you in court. I hope we don't fuck this up.
an hour,
Just like take my
Yeah.
hair down
hour
and
and a
start
half.
brushing
You
it.
don't really have a good basis of knowledge, but like once the trial has started, most likely it's not going to take too long. But it's just maybe about the interim time of like waiting for it.
Alright. I was thinking about casting disguise self to make my clothes nicer,
Aw.
but it only lasts for an hour.
Less.
there probably is a clothing store around here. However,
We don't have a lot of time.
I don't know if any of us can really tell what nicer clothes is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure any of us are fashion forward.
Yeah.
Yep, then I definitely take my hair down. Definitely start playing with it to try to at least make myself look not like a snake.
Likewise.
Okay, so I guess we're just walking to this fire.
I can't think of anything else we could do. I don't know.
They're not gonna like ask us questions about ourselves, right? Because this isn't about us.
I
That
mean,
seems reasonable.
they might ask how involved we were with these decisions that she made, if we're there. Which, I didn't know she was going to do that.
Okay. I just don't want to get her in trouble more.
I think that's already been done. I don't think we can make it worse. Well, we can. I think
You can always make it worse.
I think it would take a special amount of effort to make it worse than it already is.
Okay.
Reaching the spire, you all step inside and realize you're not entirely certain where to go.
Is there a reception desk?
Yes.
Excuse me.
And there's a man sitting there, and a little rotund, but he's got a nice waxed mustache, and he's got some, receding hair, but it's nice and coppery, and it's fluffy, and so he sits there and just, yes.
Would you possibly be able to tell me where
Halfling. Sorry.
where the trial is happening today?
We're looking for Bird v. State.
Sisted versus bird person.
And what trial are you looking for?
It's the trial of Clickwhistle, bird person.
Oh. It is in the main trial chamber.
Could you tell me? Is this a map of how I get?
It's basically just like little instructions of what floor to go to.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
It's the main trial. Jesus.
It's also like the slip of paper that
It's
like
not
allows
a
you
good
into
thing.
the elevator.
It's the main.
All
It's
four
the
of us?
main
I did a
attraction.
really bad
Okay.
thing.
You tried to kill a
So we
leader.
go-
I
Well,
just did a
Here.
bad thing.
And then we go here. And this
It's not
space is
far.
in-
It's literally you go up the elevator. It's that floor.
Ah, okay. Let's go to the
But
elevator.
as the spire is, you have to have the permission to get on the elevator. So it's like, it's the only way to get in there. Anyway.
Cool.
You're excused.
I hate elevators.
It goes 7
I don't know
floors,
if I've ever seen an elevator.
Our house has an
Yeah, yeah.
elevator.
Our house has an. Oh yeah, it goes down to the
and you've already been on this one before too.
in the spire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how we got out from
Yeah.
underground.
Remember the paper?
Oh yeah, I thought that brought us up in the garrison.
Punch card.
No, I brought you up into the spire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
it's under the spire.
Okay.
Ooh. So we go up some floors.
We go up
Oh,
the
there's gonna be an
floors.
assassination attempt or something. I'm very nervous.
No,
I'm ready.
I don't think they're
You
they're not
open
trying
it-
to-
I don't
the-
have any weapons, so I hope not.
The door of the elevator
pen.
opens. Clickwhistle, it's been a fine ride, and they've also taken you out and like
Put me up there. I
Yeah.
know.
So like
They've
nice
already-
driving.
Nice.
And as you guys come into the room, there are rows and rows of pews sitting into this main chamber with sort of it feels gladiatorial almost, where like the pews like surround this center point of the room, and there sit the 2 desks and for like defendant, plaintiff type setup, as well as there is a high point for a seat of 5, and there sits 5 people you've never seen before, and they all seem to have like a very regal sort of court appearance, and Clickwhistle sits off to the left, right?
Right.
All right.
To the right. To the
You
right.
tell us. This is a stand. It doesn't have to.
No,
be.
No,
she's,
no.
She's,
That-
she's
I-
criminal. She's to the left.
No.
Yeah. Well, if you're facing us, it would be to the
Like
left.
if you're
Facing them, she's to the right. But if we're walking in, she's to the left.
That's what I was trying. No. Chelsea, what Chelsea's saying is what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to envision. Is you guys
How
are
many
walking
front
in.
shows do y'all watch?
Courtroom?
Yeah.
Yeah. The,
Oh yes, I'm
Yeah.
picturing it in the wrong direction.
I'm saying if
criminal
we're saying
yes.
the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
like flipped.
No, I was picturing.
And that's what I
it
mean.
wrong.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I was trying to make sure.
Oh,
I
if
was
we're talking about Phoenix
visualizing.
Rightland, yeah. When you walk into the room, judge, defendant, plaintiff.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
the bad people, so we're on the left side. Usually we're on the good side.
Yes,
Law and
that's
Order,
why.
So, yeah.
That's why I was confused. I was like, normally we're the good people.
Y'all are like we watch we learned this from watching a TV show that is like a backbone of our
But
culture.
yeah,
It's
Clickwhistle
like I played a video game.
off to the left.
We go that way.
I'm gonna walk up to try to
She's
walk to
standing alone, and there is Barlow Vitigon to the right.
And
Do I
here
see
we
them?
are stuck in the middle
Hmm?
with you.
Do I see them?
I mean, the door opens and
they come in?
And they come in.
All right. I feel comforted.
I'm gonna walk up to Clickwhistle because I don't know better. I'm sure someone will try and stop me,
I was just
but
about to ask.
As you
Somebody
walk
stop me.
up towards, like, the breaking point to like actually go towards the desk, you are motioned to stop by what amounts to like a bailiff, like somebody who's just kind of security around the floor and just doesn't say anything, just kind of holds up a hand to you.
or with her.
I mean, kind of points down to a pew, just like to go sit down.
Oh, but they said we could talk. Okay.
And he like directs like right, like in the front row. He like directs to a front row, like you can sit here,
How far away is
So
the
we
front
sit-
row from me? Can I like?
like 15 feet.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a lean over and like, hey guys. No.
It's 15 feet.
Yeah. I would have to yell.
It's also outside of his saving throw range.
Not if I concentrate real hard.
Oh.
What if I squeeze
I
the
thought you
circle
meant
into
the
an
bailiff.
oval?
I was like, why would the bailiff have this
Just-
saving throw range?
Like extend it so it's 5 feet one way and 15 the other.
This is making me very nervous.
They sort of the 5 that are sitting at the desk at the judge's table sort of like are waiting, just for you guys to sit down. And
Oh.
there's like 10 minutes before it's supposed to start.
Oh, they were waiting for us. I was like,
No,
that's
no.
awkward.
And like they're going through notes.
We just walked.
Barlow Vitigon has 2 people by him as well, and they're sitting there kind of
How
conferring.
does he get 2 people?
Do I have a lawyer? No, it's just me.
Hmm?
Cool.
How come we can't go sit by her?
I'm her court-appointed lawyer.
No, you are not. Mm-mm.
I don't know how any of this works.
Why doesn't...
You're the adult.
You have the highest intelligence score. Were we supposed to get somebody to sit with her?
I thought we were sitting with her.
That's kind of what Daphne made it sound like, but I wasn't. But I don't know.
Wait, we were supposed to get somebody?
No,
Like
not
we
that
were-
one.
We weren't told to.
Yeah.
Then what? Who are they?
I don't know. Well, that's the guy.
Should we-
I don't know.
Oh, I don't like this.
Is it so? Are there a lot of people sitting here in the stands, or is
There's
it
probably 10 or 12.
okay?
And this place could seat like 300.
Does it seem like this is a jury situation, or is it just a judge?
It's a council of 5.
Oh, okay, right. They're not just watching like that. Is like the jury.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Is Daphne here?
No.
This seems kind of similar to some Reiki and shit.
When you went down with your uncle guy, did he did you guys have someone with you?
No, it was just us.
Did they have someone? Was it you guys versus somebody else?
Well, it was like 12 people kind of sitting like they were. And we just talked to them.
So there wasn't 2 people?
No.
Sure.
I cast a message. Clickwhistle. Do you have like a lawyer or representative of some sort?
What's a lawyer?
You don't get that message.
Oh, I don't?
Oh, we're in a magical dead zone.
I try really hard, like under my hand, to produce flame.
It does not produce.
Hmm.
Because I'm kind of rendered useless here.
Yeah.
Something to note as well, your vision is...
Fully blank.
No, it's just blocked on that eye.
Interesting.
That's what I mean. Fully
So magic does not exist here. Well, that's exciting.
Can I still communicate with Panther?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does I guess yeah, that's the thing. Like, does it still feel like my? Do I still feel like the strength from my ring?
No.
That's gone too. Okay. Okay.
And
Same.
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 Mm.
Okay.
Your
Let's keep
aura
that in mind.
as well feels hindered.
Okay.
Out of characters, how does that affect like my armor class? Am I back down to 13 then?
Yeah, just -1.
Oh.
Because it only gives you a +1 anyway, so
Yeah.
it's just taking the -1. So you don't have to. You guys don't have to change anything on the sheets. You don't have to actually like mark anything. It's just basically if something comes up where you need that effect, you have to take
with it.
the penalty.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
We can move on to start it. I'm just giving you guys. It seemed like you guys were trying to figure something out, so I was just making sure you guys had a second.
I don't think there's anything.
I don't know what there is to
Can
do. Yeah. Do we recognize anybody in the audience or anything? All right.
No. Nobody in the audience, nobody in the council, not the 2 people that Barlow's talking to. You guys don't even really recognize Barlow that much. You guys have had an interaction with him the last time you guys were in the Spire, but that's about it.
Okay. Can anybody think of anything?
Liam makes a back scratcher out of nervous energy.
Out of nervousness, just like tinkers.
Yeah, no, I can't.
He's got a weapon. It does slashing damage.
Scratching damage. Scritchy scratchies.
Yeah, I guess we.
Yeah.
I guess we just wait for it to start.
Okay. as the trial begins, the middle of the council, the middle electorate, like smacks a gavel onto the table and says, "We bring to order the case of Vitigan versus Clickwhistle bird person." It's more of like a confirmation, like that's
That's my name? Yeah.
Clickwhistle bird person. Charges are breaking and entering, attempted assault, defamation of character, and verbal confirmation of attempted murder. Okay. So, we open this up to the affected party first, Barlow Vitagan, and we will then make our way towards you, Clickwhistle bird person, to state your case, and from there your sentence will be carried out. Barlow Vitagan, please. And Barlow stands up, eyes you. Fair counsel, I have very grave news of this. This is obviously not the first time in my life I have been subjected to the indecencies of roguelike endeavors. As we all know, higher your station, the more desirable your riches. Having said that, I have had contact with said bird person and kind of motioning to the four of you behind her, her compatriots, for as you know they are the 5 who helped stave off the Zealots of the Vale. And through this we did congratulate them, give them good pardon for certain deeds as they were necessary. 2 nights ago last night, subject to another visit from Clickwhistle bird person much into the evening when I was in my rest, and the repeated attempts to break into my home with aggravated language. It seems as though they are under the impression that I have something to do with deaths in Corhall, as they so desire to shout, and as we know, I have not. To be fair, I would like to move to drop the charges of attempted murder, as that is more of an exclamation of frustration than it was a deliberate attempt on my life. The other charges I would like to keep, however. And I believe in that we shall find a lesser sentence is manageable. Nothing else from me, your counsel. I defer to your judgment. It seems to me that the most important thing is to keep this a speedy and decisive ruling. I have no further questions for her. I believe she believes what she wants, and any discourse with her will result in no information gained. Thank you. He goes to sit down. And the 2 people next to him seem to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? They get a little antsy as they're talking to him, and he just kind of shoos him away. And looks to the council, and the council. Well heard. Well heard. Clickwhistle, bird person, drops of attempted murder off of your charges. What say you to the rest of them?
I am not sure how to address the court. I have never been in this position before. But everybody, I do not deny any of the charges in which I am charged with. I did indeed try to break into Barlow Vitogan's house. I do believe that there is something to the claims that I make. I believe that there is a device. There are 400 dead in Core Hall, your councilness, and there is no way that that attack was done in a normal way. Men on horses do not kill 400 people and maim thousands others without there being a very large splash. And it is definitely very hard to do so without someone knowing who did such a deed. The only lead that I had to go on was through this man. And I do not deny that I went to his house and I tried to break in, but I did not mean him any bodily harm as long as I got the information that I was looking for. And I believe he would have provided me with said information if he had it. I stand here alone.
The dead in Core Hall aren't part of your case.
They are the reason for my case.
Explanations of actions are one thing and does not pertain to this. That's not the question. That was not what we needed from you.
What do you need from me?
It seems as though, as you continued, you answered our question. Your intentions were to discuss a matter with this man. Not to hurt him, unless he didn't tell you what you wanted to know.
I am very good at telling deceit, Your Honors. I would not have hurt the man if he was not deceitful. And I do not think he would have been deceitful with me. But it is
May
like
I suggest
he said.
something to you, Clickwhistle, bird person? There are such things as office hours. The discussion you seem to be wanting to have had, why did it need to happen in the dead of night with you breaking and entering into his home, unannounced, uninvited? That, to me, does not speak to good intent. And I would like you to remind yourself that the language you have used so far does not convince me you did not intend to harm this man.
In the dead of night, are my office hours. But I see your point, Your Highness. And,
No. It's just addresses the council.
the council. Your council.
Fine with everybody and your councilship. But guys, cross the line.
I do see your point, Sir.
Let us attempt to ask again, what have you to say to your actions?
That I have done them, sir, but they were done for a good reason.
Starts to like write stuff, and the other four start to write things. At this time, if there is any who would like to stand to speak on behalf of either Bala Vitugan or Clickwhistle Bird Person, please raise your hand. I thought as much. The four of you may step forward and speak in turn, or at once. It seems as though that is the route we will be going.
Was that DM shade that was just thrown in there?
How
He sips the beer.
how wide is the gate to like get in?
It's like a 2-person gate.
Okay, well we got to get 4 people through there probably at the same time.
Do you 3 stooge it? Where you owl try to go through it?
You just like get we just like
No,
get squeezed.
I step in
and,
the
like,
wind. I jump over it.
This
This is when I use step in the wind.
My word!
You can't use step of the wind. We can't use magic.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
true.
You
Well, it's
tried
not
it.
magic.
It's not magic.
Oh,
Oh.
rad.
it's Maybelline.
I was gonna say you try to step on the wind.
I
and
jump
you trip
onto
over.
their platform.
Yo.
When-
Let my friend
But-
go.
No, I'm kidding.
Sorry.
How
Oh my
dare
God,
you? I'm about to
sorry.
speak for you.
I was just like adjusting my shirt and that.
Let my people go.
Decide
I love
amongst
this stuff.
yourselves who will speak first.
Do we
Trust draws.
rock paper scissors?
I-
Do we
Guys.
roll our d20 and see who gets the higher?
Guys, literally anybody, please. Literally
think-
anybody.
I
Oh my
think
god,
I
please
think I've
just
got it.
talk.
Okay. Your councilship.
The rest of us will sit
Nameless.
down.
Turns invisible.
Yeah.
First off, I would like to apologize for, well, our lack of customs in general, I suppose. What she did was wrong, and we're aware of it, and I don't think anybody is here to try and say that she shouldn't serve some form of punishment for, well, for what she's done to you, Mr. Vidigon.
Kind of like nods.
My case is simply this. What happened in Core Hall was tragic. And as far as I can tell, nobody's quite sure what happened there yet. However, we think we may have a lead. And it was in pursuing that lead that she unfortunately made a incredibly rash and impulsive decision that I don't think was either wise or particularly well acted upon. And, well, with how regretful I am of it, I'm sure she feels just as much remorse, if not more. However, what I put forward is this. While she may have been off the mark in accusing Vidigon of this horrible thing that happened, I can assure you that her motivation is to figure out what happened and to set it right. And I think, given the circumstances of everything that happened, with how suspicious that attack was, while I may not know much, I think it's fairly safe to say that somebody is making some sort of play. Somebody is moving things behind the scenes And they're using a lot of great cover to do it. What I put forward is this. The best thing to help with Sested's health and growth, and honestly, the best way that she can make this up to Vitagon, is for her to assist in investigating this. When you have the chance, I would, Daphne understands a bit more of what we've been talking about, and I think she may be able to think of a way in which Clickwhistle could be useful. I think she could be a very good asset for you.
I have known and stood with Clickwhistle for what I thought was only probably about a week, but it's actually been 4 months. And what Philip said is true. Yes, none of us are denying what happened, but never have I met someone so passionate about righting wrongs and helping people who have felt helpless. She has literally traveled to hell and back, and I wish I could say that was just a figure of speech, but it's not. And she had everyone's back. And she cares a lot about the people that are in her life, and even people she doesn't know. And what she did was what she did was an act of helplessness on her own part. And I think she's never felt that way before because she's always been in control. Except maybe one other time. And so she acted in the way that she thought was best. And it wasn't, and that's why we're here. But as far as I'm concerned, this is one mistake out of many other opportunities that she could have had to mess up, and she didn't those other times. She's acted more brave than many people that I've seen in my very, very short lifetime. It would be a very sad day to see talent and passion and selflessness be put into a jail cell for however long you deem fit. I know she's sorry about what she did. I'm not trying to speak for her. But she is a good person, and she made a mistake. And the only way you can grow is to make mistakes and pick yourself back up and learn from them. And I think this definitely taught her a lesson. Thank you. And I'm going to bow because I don't know how this works.
As my companions have said, a lot of what occurred was obviously ill-advised. But as I believe Barla Vitagon is aware, by the fact that he dropped the attempted murder charges, the overall goal was not to hurt Barla Vitagon. You have pointed out, you've specifically asked things such as why this talk needed to happen in a way that seems so clandestine. But you seem to also know exactly why with one of the other charges, which is slander. this is a thing that Clickwhistle clearly wanted to talk to Barlow about privately, in a way that wouldn't be documented by office visiting hours, and wanted to like speak, and you seemingly know that it's a touchy subject, because when she did mention it out loud in public, she was charged for a crime for doing so. So when you ask why the secrecy and the attempt to break in, you know why, and so does Barlow. Because even when she was on the street and caught, she tried telling him and asking him to talk privately before mentioning what she wanted to talk about, because it was obviously a sensitive matter. Had she wanted to slander him, she wouldn't have needed to talk to him. She could have gone to the tallest building you have, as she has wings, and shouted it from the rooftops. So, while the way that she went about this was obviously flawed, her intentions were not to cause undue harm. Her intentions were to find answers to something that we all want answers to. And as some of my companions have pointed out, we think she could be helpful in those. She's been known by this town, she's been recognized by this city for being skilled, as my entire adventuring party has. And as she showed in her willingness to go, frankly, too far, she's passionate about finding out what happened to those people. And I think it is in your best interest to find a way to use that passion. I know they aren't really up there, but I couldn't not look up, but it was right at a light.
Your eyes hurt.
Yeah.
I wish I could speak as good as my friends can. I'm not really the outgoing one. But there's times in your life where you have to kind of stand in front of two paths. And you have the one path that's, pretty and it has the flowers. But you have the other path, which, you have to go through some thickets and you have to, it looks scary. So you're going to take the one that doesn't look scary. Or the one that seems like the right decision. And the Clickwhistle, she was scared that more people were going to die. There were children and women and men and fathers all murdered because they were alive and in the wrong area at the wrong time. And that's a terrible reason to die. And she might have not made the right decision, but it looked like the most appealing decision because she wanted to not make that happen again. And she might have jumped to rash decisions, and yeah, I don't think that maybe you should try and go through and break and enter people's stuff. But when you don't know what else to do, sometimes you do things that are wrong. I mean, I'm sure you guys have said the wrong thing, or, I don't know, made your food wrong or something. We all make mistakes, and hers was done with the right intent, and that doesn't put her above the law. But I do know that she just wants to solve this. And Barlow, I'm really sorry that she said those things to you. They're not right. And I know you didn't do this. But we didn't know at the time. And I know you guys had some history or something. So maybe she was scared of you. I don't know what the history is. She just mentioned it one time. So maybe you're scary to her. And it seemed easier to try and have the upper hand when having a scary conversation. That's all. Thanks.
Give me all sit. Sort of write some stuff down.
That was beautiful.
We will confer and reconvene in 10 minutes. And they get up and leave the room.
Can I turn around and talk to my friend?
Yeah. The bailiff just sort of like watches you, but
Guys, thank you so much.
Did you think we weren't gonna?
Well, I never had anybody do that before.
We're family.
No.
Should I go back up there and mention that one time he covered up all those deaths earlier in like the year? Would that help doing
Oh
it?
yeah, I wanted to know. I wanted to do a perception check of when I mentioned the fact that they had history, like if he had a visible.
Reaction.
you didn't
No.
say it during the time, so sorry. No.
Oh, how am I supposed to role play and ask that? I was in the moment.
That them's the breaks.
Because that's the thing, because I did look at Barlow for a reaction when she said that. Roll back the tape, you'll see it.
I'll allow you to do it.
I just don't know how I would have done that genuinely.
I'll allow.
You'll allow?
Oh, perception-y.
Can I do one too since I looked at him, or no? I'm not going to push it. I don't want to push it.
It's 11, so.
No.
Okay. Not even remembers my passive?
No.
A big bad passive?
If it was your passive, you wouldn't get to ask about it.
True. I did look at him.
I did not do
I
well.
legitimately
rolled
did
an 11.
look at him.
I was looking at the beer bottle that was him, but I.
That was him.
Because I was doing the same thing you were doing. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't want to look at
Yeah,
them, but I was
yeah,
like, I'll look at you.
Anything else you guys wanted to discuss right now in the wait?
Maybe
So,
let's not go breaking into places without like really thinking it through and talking it out first.
that's very fair. I don't know if I'm still going to be able to break in places after this trial. Because
Oh, you
Sure.
will.
I'm just saying.
I could be going to the Hooskow, y'all.
You could.
Well, no, I think they wanted to take you to jail.
Yes, I'll go there too. Do we have a plan? If there's
You have to go to
There's
jail.
a-
I have
There's
to go to jail?
Yeah, that's the plan. You have to go to jail.
I have to go to jail?
Well-
I mean, that's what happens when you get convicted.
I mean, they're gonna put you on like. I'm assuming.
What?
I mean, I say just go with the flow.
Go with
Just
it.
jump
go
on the
with-
bandwagon.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Just go with the flow.
Okay.
When you get to jail, find the biggest bird, beat him up, and everyone else will know not to mess with
I'm
him.
the only bird.
Then
Well,
beat
then
up
you
the biggest
already are
person
the
there.
biggest bird.
If somebody looks like Philip, you beat them up. Not
If somebody's
Philip.
teaching somebody else how to count or what words are or letters, you know who to fucking take out.
The teacher, the one who's educating people.
Also, when you put it like, if someone looks like Philip, and like he's specifically an orc, it's like, be
Oh,
racist.
no.
Like, it's what it sounds like. I know.
Well, when you said Big Bird, that's why I
Set
said what
Lolly
I
of all
said.
people telling you to be a racist.
Yeah.
It's got a
If somebody,
huge...
actually, that's a lie. If someone looks like me, just murder him.
Oh,
Just trust me. It's fine.
okay.
I can say that.
Are we...
Is the
I
bailiff
may not
overhearing this?
understand this.
He's not hearing it.
I might not understand this, but that might be something you don't want to say here.
It's just gallows humor.
Yeah, we're trying to smile.
Anyway,
The
keep it
kids.
up. You're the bomb.
Have a great summer. Don't
Bomb!
change.
Yeah, I know. I'm like at the word bomb, I was like,
You're on fire.
No, literally.
The break
I
is
don't want
over.
to
They
be-
start
Yeah.
coming back into the room, into the chamber.
Remember, just go with the flow.
After conferring,
Trust you.
council has agreed. A bail of 5,000 gold has been placed upon Clickwhistle Bird Person.
That's the most I've been worth ever.
How's it feel?
Not great.
Oh.
But a sentence of 3 months, 4 weeks to be carried out in Bandarok prison. At such time, she will be released, and any entrance into Sisted will be under watch. He looks to Barlow and says, "That is our ruling." He sort of like, "I concede to it." Leans back. "Well, prisoner shall be henceforth carried to Bandarok prison tonight. Thank you."
Liam,
Start to leave.
the job.
The bailiff starts to take you out of the room.
I'm forced to follow.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm
Like,
in
and then
chains,
the guards,
like...
the guards take you into the elevator and back down.
Fuck.
You guys are kind of escorted towards the elevator as well, and take the lift down.
With me? No.
Separately, but they're like right behind you. And you guys are able to like meet her outside when she's, getting put back into the wagon. And they lock the doors, and they're just like, they're putting her in there, and they're starting to get ready to take her south.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
It's alright. It'll be okay. We'll see.
I mean, you know where we'll be in 3 months. And 4 weeks.
Which is really 4 months. Why did they give me
There's
3
longer
months and 4
weeks
weeks?
in this world.
Oh.
Every month has like 7 to 8 weeks.
Oh, 7 to 8 weeks. Alright. Never
So
mind,
they also
I'm
have
thinking
7
about
days?
bird months.
Back in the other realm.
Back in the other room.
I had the moment too. I was like,
I was like, wait, that's 4 months.
Wait, every month has 7 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, that 4 months.
It's like 7 months.
Yeah.
The time will pass so quickly. We'll see you sooner than you.
Everyone is
Think.
very
Yeah, it's like I made
chill
an
about
entire
this.
calendar.
Why is everyone very chill about this?
It's gonna be okay.
because
I don't think it will.
do you know where we're gonna go though?
No.
Oh.
I have no fucking
The wagon
idea.
is
Going to
carrying
Gorhal.
off.
We'll send you a letter from there. From Gorhal. Do you hear that? We're gonna go to Gorhal.
Core Hall. Are you trying to say the city?
Yep.
Core Hall.
Ask questions.
Ask questions?
Mm-hmm. In Core Hall. I don't know. Like,
Oh, okay.
she's freaking out. Like, I don't know.
I feel really bad.
I think the 4 of us should be somewhere with a lot of witnesses constantly for the next few days.
I don't think they're going to come after us.
No, but they might be. But
But we're just gonna leave her by herself?
I think
we
they're
can't travel with the caravan.
I
And
think
if we were with the caravan when the Don acted, we would be accused of being inside on it. If the Don does succeed in breaking her out, they likely won't leave any prisoners or evidence, and will be the most suspected. So, we should be somewhere where there's a lot of witnesses that can attest that we were all here when it happened.
What if they don't break her out? How we need to...
I think the real question is, do we tell Daphne about the breakout?
About which one? About them breaking her out.
Yeah.
Why would we do that? So she doesn't get broken out?
Well, so she knows it wasn't us. Is one way.
And then we lose Clickwhistle.
Just because they know about it doesn't mean they'll be able to stop it.
That's like literally exactly what it means.
Might also buy us more time.
For what?
if they don't feel safe transporting her for a while. Because it's more time
Does
to find
anyone have
bail.
5,000 gold?
No.
But I think I know someone that does. It's
Hmm.
just not ideal.
Who?
I mean, we could do a job for Moral. It's obviously not ideal, but they did say they would help us with whatever we needed.
A
And we do need
$5,000
that.
job. I do not want to know what favor Moral would think is worth 5,000 gold pieces.
Moral is the last person I want to talk to, but they might be one of our only hopes, unless somebody else over here knows someone with 5,000 gold.
No.
What if we split up for a moment? What if you go talk to your mining friends? I'll go talk to the Sultan. And you can, or I don't know, you don't really like Moral.
I
So
don't,
maybe
but
you go talk to the Sultan and I'll go talk to Moral.
Do you like the Sultan?
I mean, I guess
More
the
than
Sultan-
Moral.
More than Moral.
That's fair.
She
Yeah.
One
blatantly
drug running
rolled
job
her
we
eye.
did was for medicinal drugs. So.
And we did. Well, but if you go, can you please ask about who that man is?
Yeah, I can. I'll ask the Sultan.
And will you have anyone else? Is there more land we can conquer? And maybe if we all get like $1,200 each. $1,300, $1,325 each.
How do you put, how do you put that high? How do you put that high of a bail and then be like, yeah, you got a couple hours?
$1,325.
No,
12.50.
1250. Just kidding.
I don't
think.
know any.
Trust the Asian. For those at home, Raph is a Chinese American.
Rap's gonna come into
cover
frame
that
now.
ass. Cover the ass immediately.
Jesus.
Hi everyone, real quick, just want to confirm.
Fucking hell.
Confirmed Asian.
Do you know anyone?
Did
I
they
mean-
say when they're gonna transport
I
me?
mean, I don't,
Tonight.
Tonight.
I don't want to suggest it
I
because I
could
don't
ask
know.
Naren.
I was just gonna say that.
I don't know. What?
Unless you want me to.
What would you
go-
have to do for 5,000 gold?
1,250.
Unless you feel uncomfortable, he doesn't. Nareth doesn't really care about me. I can go ask unless you want to do it.
That's fine. I just don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I can ask.
5,000 gold.
So you're going to the Sultan and I'm going to Moral?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I can't wait to go back to them.
I really don't think I would be the person to talk
Not
to them.
all of them, any of them.
Well, I meant him as in you, and then I realized like I should say
Yeah,
them.
oh, sure, yeah.
Because that's the thing with Moral. Because
Yeah.
for some reason, like reading it as you, I read it as a guy, but I know it's a
But
they.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't take offense, and it's okay. We are all good people at these tables. The intent is pure.
To the Sultan I go.
to Morals I go.
Nerith, Moral.
Sultan.
Sorry. Nerith, Sultan, Moral.
Lorethka!
I hope the rest is like, here's $5,000.
I
Just
know.
throws it at you immediately.
Dollars.
Yeah, it's
It's
even
like-
worth more
Sorry,
than
double
gold.
dollars.
It's actually worth like.
It's like triple
The
dollars.
American dollar is the strongest currency there is.
Did we ever? Okay, never mind.
She did win that bet on
She
us.
did.
Just saying.
I can't remember how much was in there.
So the
$3
time of day,
million.
it is
I'm gonna keep moving
12:30.
my cot just around.
no, they're just moving you south.
Oh, they're putting me in the thing and moving me south right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I thought we had till
I
tonight to
thought
get the
we had
bail.
till tonight to get bail.
Bail is
Whenever. Okay, so they're just putting me
So we
in
have
the
to just hurry.
caravan.
Okay.
So when they said
Alright.
move tonight, they literally mean this moment and not.
Tonight meaning now.
A nice step of the wind to the Sultan's den.
Alright.
Look at what she does. I don't like that over here.
What happened?
I can be Spider-Man and all that over there, but not over here.
I know there's so much room for your arms.
Yikes! I heard.
Yay.
all right. So,
Oh my god.
Nerith first.
Great.
You'll be going prostitute.
Wow, Jesus.
I don't see any
Because
part
I just
of
want. I
my
feel like a lot of lame
relationship
business
that
happening
would-
right
In
now.
that way, but like, wow. I can't wait for you to become a prostitute. That's
All
what you
it
just
is.
said.
If I didn't
This is
make-
like
All
I
of
just
these
pooped
episode.
myself. Yes, like last week. Like
Liam.
I
man,
just pooped myself. I'm gonna poop my pants.
I'm gonna poop my pants. Like
If I have to go to jail for like
so
3.5
at
months.
Nerith's
I'm
Metallurgy.
gonna poop my
You don't
pants.
have to turn on that red light.
It is not far from the spire, but
Liam.
if are you, what kind of pace are you trying to go at?
Reasonable. I think being out of breath wouldn't be
Yeah,
wouldn't do
so
great.
quickened,
so just,
quickened,
yeah.
but yeah, just
I don't know.
That's
A
just
heaving
regular type
chest can get
pace,
you a lot
thank
of
you.
things.
The
You got
appropriate
it.
pace for the
I'm
situation.
not there.
everybody else runs away, and Liam saunters over to freaking Nerith.
Right.
Good thing the guy taking the longest goes first.
Great.
You make it to Nerith's, and you slide the door open, and he has the same crystal as before, working, and he's at his desk. He's got paper strewn out, and he's kind of like looks tired, and it looks like he's got like eight different sockets on the table, and it seems like he's working through something. From a preliminary look, it seems like maybe you can kind of tell that it's like potentially new socket methods or just new encasement material and just messing with, stone formations. But again, preliminary, you wouldn't, and as you come in, twice in a row I was not. I'm sorry, I am a little caught up with something. How may I help you?
Unfortunately, I'm a little caught up with something as well. I wish I was just stopping by to say hello. Unfortunately, Clickwhistle, bird person, was arrested for a list of crimes while we were trying to investigate. What happened in Core Hall.
Oh, I do mean to say, as you guys left that room, like the surge of magic came back.
No.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, sorry, I meant to say that. Yeah.
We were trying to investigate Core Hall. Clickwhistle went about it poorly, and, got arrested, and now me and my remaining free friends are going to all of our friends in the city, trying to see if we can possibly borrow bail money. Yeah. In my defense, they made me come ask. I did not want the second time I see you in 4 months to be literally asking you to borrow money from you. But also, one of my family desperately needs the money, so we have
I
to
can
try
understand
everything.
what you would, why you would come to me in desperation. It's fine.
Thank you.
It is not
Appreciate
held against you. How much is the bail?
5,000 gold pieces. The current plan is if all 4 of us are successful at borrowing money, and we can each somehow round up 1,250. Yeah.
And your friends asked you to ask me after having me make 2 gifts for you and your group, essentially free of charge.
Yikes.
I forgot about that.
All I can say is yikes.
Didn't we give the lantern back?
We gave the lantern back. We paid for the
I
ring.
think we're talking.
Oh,
yeah, we
okay.
paid for
We
the
did
ring.
pay for the ring.
Yeah, we did pay for the ring.
Yeah, we paid for the ring, dickwad.
I don't know that.
No,
I didn't
you
even
don't.
know that you made the ring. Like, they didn't say, we got this
Yeah.
from Nerith, so
No, no.
it's like,
Oh shit.
oh. Is this your handiwork then?
He grabs your hand and he,
Pretty.
on the ring, like, as it still would have been turned since the last time you. I know. I guess it would have. The idea is that like it turns when you want to activate it, and then it like is its own little stopwatch. Yeah, exactly. It's like a
So it lets you know when it's done.
And he like slips it off real quick, and on the inside band is his metallurgy like stamp.
They did not make me aware of that. I appreciate it immensely. It's been. I'm sure you can imagine it's been very helpful. I don't know that.
But
I'm just mad.
And you're not
Bridget's
there.
just mad about that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, we paid. We did it.
I think he said
Yeah,
next to nothing, though, to be fair.
True.
Yeah.
We probably discounted it ridiculously.
He did say he was
Yeah,
saying
he did
that
say-
like.
Oh, pretty
Like
much not that.
you guys didn't really pay a lot for the. That's more of what he was saying. He wasn't saying
Fair
you didn't pay anything.
Fair enough.
That's
Okay,
not
that's sorry.
No, that actually would have been fucked up if he had said that.
I know. I was just like,
You're
sorry.
not wrong.
I think it's funny. I do not hold it against you. It's fine.
I'm sure I would as well if I were instead of a real person. If I were a character being portrayed by someone sitting around a table, I think that person would find it hilarious. Unfortunately,
You are the person you are.
I am the person I am, so I don't think it's all that funny. I'm mostly mortified
Why?
because
Because your friend broke the law.
I mean a little, I guess. More, I don't know. I don't like
The laws
asking
of
for
the state
things.
in Grania, they run deep and they are very important all the time until they are not.
thank you, Nara.
I suppose you must have encountered this as yourself. What I would
found
say-
traveling at some point you just kind of, when you're never sure what the laws are where you are, you kind of just do your best and hope. So yeah,
What I would say is, I don't have 1250 to give you, my friend.
I understand entirely.
But what I would add is, if you are okay with it, caravans are not always the most well guarded.
I've heard some rumors to that
Nara
effect.
speaks my language.
Harith is the Crimson Rose.
I fucking.
God, Nerith is the director.
He is the Crimson Rose because it's a completely different organization than the Crimson Dawn.
But also, I don't know. Not many things in Sisted are concrete. It is democratic. It evolves. It changes. It wants to be its own thing. It is why so much success could be had here. It is also why such pain is still possible. I do wish you all the best with your friend, and I am sorry that she was caught.
I am as well. Thank you.
Yes. And next time, maybe offering money is a good tactic as well. To me, is what I mean.
Yeah. All right.
For once.
But this time you came in and asked for money. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if you ever want to come back in again, maybe that time you will give me money. I don't know.
Right.
It was a joke that really fell flat.
Buy the nickel.
Awkwardly being
Sorry, I knew you had the help day.
I'm gonna go. If we do end up leaving town, I'll stop by before we do.
You're more than welcome to just send a message if it is dire.
Fair enough.
Or just let Yvonne know. She could potentially let me know as well.
That went really well.
Hmm.
I'm going
I
to go for the
mean-
rest of these now.
I mean, it went really well, except for the fact that I don't have good dipping money.
No, I know. At least she like doesn't hate you though.
Moral.
No.
Do we want to break beforehand? It's already started 6. No, not actually.
No,
Sorry.
it's we got another 20 before.
Cool.
Thank you. You get to Moral shop, and to brevity, you get up to their office, and as you come in with Panther, and they close the door, and they sort of, well, how did it go?
Well, not well. I would say I'm here because I need your help. Financially. So, we're trying to get 5,000 gold. And can you give that to me?
Nice.
I love whenever Nameless needs anything.
And I don't, can you give this to me?
I was about to say I don't have it, but I just went right to it.
That is an interesting question. Can I give it to you?
Will you?
That has no bearing on this.
Okay.
Your first question was correct. Can I
Oh.
give it to you?
Favorite.
Just like they look at Panther. Looks at you. Why 5,000?
Well, that's the bail. I didn't make it up. I don't quite understand how your court systems work.
It's a fairly small sum.
That's what I was thinking, but then I looked in my pocket.
Jeez.
Nameless was the perfect person to send on this.
Thank God we
Absolutely.
switched.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank God we switched. Oh.
I am sure you're aware that, unfortunately, I can't just give it to you.
Yeah. What do I have to do for 5,000 gold?
What are you willing to do?
Well, there isn't. I don't want anyone that I'm close to get hurt. So,
Can't promise that.
like, I don't want to intentionally murder them.
No, I would never ask you that.
What would you ask me to do?
It's that's not my question. What is the lengths that you will go to receive these desperate and dire funds?
I mean, pretty far, but I don't want to murder anyone.
It's boring.
Not murdering someone is boring.
No, it's just an inspired answer, I suppose.
That's me.
I like Mo. Is that bad?
I don't know because I already
They
kind of.
stand up from their desk and walk over to you, and then just kind of continue to like look you from top to bottom,
Just never liked me.
and just like walk around you in a circle and look at Panther,
No.
and then look at you, and like leans on the desk looking at you. It's very special to you.
Mm-hmm.
They reach reach out their hand in between you and Panther and just like curl their finger, and this thread of rainbow, like, it's not yarn. It's very, very, very similar to when you've been in the expanse. It's part of the astral plane, that tether. And that tether is from here on you directly to his temple. And it's not been there, and you've never seen this tether before. And they pull on it. And they just... It's not like tight, it's not like pulling you forward or anything. It gives on their pull as they sit back against the desk. It's a very nice bond. Do you know how to get one?
Get one what?
Starts like wrapping it around their finger. A bond like this. Panther starts to like...
No.
His like claws start to dig a little bit, and his hair on the back of his head like starts to stand up a little bit.
Please don't, you're hurting him.
It's not hurting.
Please don't take him from me. He's all I have. And I can't give him up. I know. I said I didn't want anyone. I can't.
And as like the tether like fades into the nothing. It's a very special bond.
Panther's my family. Panther is me. Panther is... If Panther doesn't live, I don't live. We're the same.
She like looks at Panther. That's very unfair. And stands up and goes back around and sits at her desk. And as they do, his tension sort of eases out again. The rest of the time you're in their office, I'm just going to let you know now, they are watching Panther. I just would be remiss if I said I didn't desire a bond such as that. I don't need yours.
You just want...
How did you get one?
I don't know. I was just giving him... Well... He just came to me. I wasn't in a really good place, and Panther was the only thing that made me feel safe.
As they keep looking at them, and this expression starts to change as I'm doing it,
Mm-hmm.
Panther again. It's not fair.
Why is it not fair?
They begin to dig in their drawer. They set a bag of gold.
I did it, guys.
Conveniently counts it out to 5,000 pieces.
They didn't finish saying what they want.
I will give you this. And what you will give me is the rites of passage of the bronze wolves of Ingmar.
I don't know. I don't know.
You will find them out for me, and you will give them to me.
I can't do that. I don't know who they are. And I don't want to be responsible for anything bad to happen to them. Not that I think you'll do something bad, it's just, why do you want to have them?
That's not the deal.
Then there is no deal.
And then grab the bag, put it in the drawer, shut it. Okay.
Bye. And I leave.
Panther drags his claws as he gets up. He's growling.
And everyone wants to know why I don't like Moro. Bam.
I liked Moro for a hot second, and then he did that shit, and I was like, fuck Moro. They did that shit.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna take an extra second, and as you guys are outside, Panther is immediately rubbing to you and says, I'm sorry if that was hard.
I'm sorry. You know I would never do anything to hurt you, right? I would never...
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm gonna give him a big hug.
I think it's like a paw.
Oh, no.
So, to the Thorgal Mining Company.
Oh boy,
This episode hurt.
You guys make it towards. You make it to the Thorgal and general business hours. So things are going around. But Lorethka is at the. Lorethka is at the desk,
person there.
kind of making her notes as you step in. Hello, Philip.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I take it is not a good day.
That's one way to put it for sure. I'm sure you heard of...
Yes. That is more my point. Not a good day?
No, not a good day.
She closes the book. Come sit. And she points towards the dinner tables and sort of mess area. You may speak freely. Do not... Why did you come here?
I was wondering if you might know of any ways to make money quickly.
Well, there is this beautiful product called Cutco.
Pyramid scheme of essential oils.
So she says,
It's Mary Kay.
money quickly is always a dangerous sentence.
Yeah, And as much as possible, I'd like to avoid making things worse.
We are not here in the Thorgul. We do not do quick money. We are tried and true and steady flow. It is patience that makes us our fortune.
I thought as much. I just don't know where else to look.
It is fine to ask questions. I mean, I have heard of odd jobs, and there are post boards and the like of taking on requests. You could probably... How much you need to make?
It's not gonna happen.
Well, they set her bail at 5,000 gold.
With 5,000, you could make that in doing post-board jobs and maybe some other things.
3 months and 4 weeks.
That's what I was waiting for.
Them
4
JVs.
months.
It could probably be done with the state of travel that you would probably be under. 5 weeks?
I'd die underground.
I mean, that is your group taking on some dangerous jobs too, and potentially by yourselves, not as one big companion. Just to, if you want to talk about quick money, the quickest would be to split up and do jobs by yourselves, but that adds to the danger, I am sure.
Yeah. That all makes sense.
Be a wild episode though, y'all.
Yeah.
It would be.
Each of us just like
Just like
fire off.
smash cut from like encounter to encounter of like different
Yeah,
one-on-one fights.
different jobs. Like break each job down and
It
like
actually
mini.
does sound really fun.
And then
It sounds
and then you
super
also
fun.
like are cut between like things that happen in jail.
Well, that, like the problem is like in jail, it's just like she eats more bread and more water.
Or maybe
She
you'll
has, like,
find
push-ups.
like a there's like a secret hierarchy in there, and then like
Oh
you can,
yeah,
like,
no, she'd run the jail.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you have,
She
to, you have to make it slowly, so it'd be like
Bird is the new black.
And
yes.
Raven is new black.
You just get more proficient with daggers while you're in there.
Come at me, stabby stab. Finally, I get really good daggers, but they're all shivs. They're all made out of toothbrushes. Like
Ah, her legendary weapon, a broken bottle.
not
So-
even
Yeah.
a sharpened toothbrush.
But it is probably the best I could tell you.
Well, that all makes sense. Oh, how do we wind up in this situation?
And I wish we could help you, but
I couldn't hold you accountable for this at all.
well as I am not sure how we could ask you to pay back. We don't have jobs in the dangerous variety at the moment, and that is a lot to... It's no small sum, but it's certainly it's a number that evokes more than just a favor.
I'll just go do that real quick. Let me just go do that.
Casual.
Or
Takes off with
at
Banshees against
least
level
not one
8.
that could not be called upon.
Team member.
You know, in
Yeah, exactly. Go through the clay marshes with one less
right
person.
now.
Yeah,
The person who can fly you
I
in
understand.
the box.
Just start throwing yourself.
Step the wind.
Oh, odd jobs might be the best bet.
It takes some time, but if you want to do it honorably or at least by the book, I cannot suggest going against the law again.
Yeah, we need to have a talk with her about that, which is why we need to get her back.
Yes. Is there anything else I can do to help you, Philip?
I don't know. Are there... While I have your ear, Were there any... This is a little tangential, but were there any...
I did not know that part.
I think it's octopus.
Oh, puts away his word of the day calendar.
They come up so often.
He loves that calendar.
He's 4 months behind.
Yeah.
Plague marshes.
Did any of the dwarven families have branches out in Korhal?
Most likely one or two. Do not usually go that far south. The Bovasians are... And we have a trusted alliance, but more of our bases are in Bovasia, not towards the south of Grania. Simply because we go towards more metropolises, especially from Rekia proper. Probably the Ashval, I believe, had a station down there. They are good farmers and good crop makers. And then the other was also the Vithral. The Vithral were also down there as well. So it would stand to reason that at least some of their family might be there.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm sorry to bother you with this. I know it's a fairly personal...
You do not bother. We know you and your friends, and when I heard what she did, I said, well, yeah, that makes sense. That is their line of work, but we know you, and we know we've partied with you,
You were some of the last people to see her out of handcuffs.
Yes, and that is more of my point: is that we know the goodness of you all, and but we have no stakes or power here. So I am sorry we could not do more.
It's perfectly fine. I appreciate your time.
Of course, Philip. Be well, and hope it all works out.
Thank you.
She goes back to work. Back going towards the Sultan's Den.
Oh boy, here we go.
You enter the establishment. It is...
Can you get high though?
No. Well, I always had to do one,
Actually,
but I never thought about the fact that...
now that I'm looking at it, we will take our break here as you step into the Sultan's Den.
Cool beans.
Woo!
Thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you soon, and we'll be back here shortly. So don't
Will
go
your
away.
favorite bird person go to jail? Probably.
Sorry guys, Tricky 5,000.
I mean, if that's what 5,000 gold is worth.
Bend over.
Welcome back, everybody.
Bend over.
Oh.
In the creepiest fucking voice I've ever heard.
That's how I enter the Sultan's Den. I just go, bend over.
I know.
So you step inside to the to the Sultan's Den. The double levels. It's not very hopping today. It's very simple. It's also in the middle of the day, so it's not really a prime peak.
Sultan's Den time.
And you go ahead. Okay. And you go ahead and what would you do?
I'm gonna go to the bartender and be like, "Hello, is Lou and the Sultan in this evening, afternoon? What time is it? This afternoon."
Seems like you've had too much.
As he's cleaning, he's like, "Hello," and like you hear like the soft thumb, and like looking over the banister on the second floor, Lou kind of looks down.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Lou. How are you?
You just come up.
Okay, thank you.
And he walks back. And
The
he,
most friendly set
And
lolly
he,
I've ever seen in my
We
life.
need so much money. I'm desperate.
yeah, so you go up there, and Lou is sort of standing at his usual spot as you walk down the hallway. What do you want?
Is he in a good mood?
Sure.
Is he in a generous mood? I don't know if you heard, but our friend Clickwhistle kind of got herself into some trouble, and we need some money. You know, I
He
wouldn't.
turns around and he like starts to press in the mechanics to like move the door. And he's-
Lou, I missed you. I'm gonna walk in.
What they all.
I do so love Lou.
They always miss me.
and you step in, and it's the beads, all of the like. They seem to have grown in number.
They're living beads, and they multiply.
The smoke
Frightening.
does,
And there's
cover
music
the
and
ground as you walk through, but there is like the general haze of the room, and you step in,
Multiply.
and as you step in, there are about 5 or 6 people just chilling out on his couches, his little pillows, the whole padded room, still kind of sticky, and
Ew.
and there he sits upon his throne, and his goatee a little longer, his belly actually a little less.
Proud of him.
Still
Excuse
open,
me, how are
barrel
you?
chested.
Has anyone seen the Sultan? I don't think he's sitting here anymore.
Oh.
Did you get smaller?
Hello.
Hi. How are you
He
doing?
like gets up a little and like
Oh,
steps
no,
down
you
from
stay-
the chair.
you
You.
I
I'm
forgot
with-
he was Stony Baloney.
I'm with that group of people, the one that you gave us the barrels. We delivered the medicine
Barrels.
to Barrelville
Fittingly titled.
many moons ago.
Mm.
Let me put my hair up. I forgot I put. Do I look familiar now? I look like a snake. Normally I'm with that tall guy, that guy that has hammers, the panther.
He like
It's like
no.
Okay, that's okay. Well, I'm Set Lolly. You know me.
Whoa.
So
Whoa. And then you hear the door slide. Just like the soft thumps of his feet, and he like walks, and the beads coming. He's, yes. Oh, you did work for you 4 months ago. Took barrels, medicine, barrel bowl.
Literally everything. Word for
Dr.
word.
Quill. I'll take your word for it, Lou. Come on, sit down.
Thank you.
Okay. So, what can I do? Sit. Please sit down.
Okay, I sit down.
What can I do for a friend?
Yeah, sure.
He's like looking to Lou's like, friend? For a fine friend such as you, and they did good work? It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
You too. You're looking good. You look well rested.
That's what I do.
Yeah. That is correct.
It's all in the oils.
The essential oils, yes. I've heard people around town have been selling them.
middle-aged moms mostly.
And girls who were really mean to me in high school.
And he like for a second he like tries to get up on his throne, and he just kind of lays down like it was intentional. Like
God, he's so stoned.
I have favor to ask of you. So my friend just got sent to jail, and we need 5,000 gold to get her out.
Mm-hmm.
And we would be ever so grateful. If you could lend me the money, because we could do another job for you. We did really, really well with Dr. Quill.
Ooh, do we have anything on the books that could constitute the
5,000 gold.
And Lou's like, I mean, he steps over to the throne and he pulls the ledger out from the throne.
It's literally
It's
right
right
here,
here.
Sultan.
Lou, between you and me while you're looking, have you ever considered a job where you're not doing everything for someone? Okay. We'll talk later. But you're doing great, Lou.
No, there's nothing for that amount.
Maybe more.
Oh.
Are there multiple jobs?
Oh no, we don't do it that way. We don't do multiple jobs at one time. Oh, then that's way too much product on one person. And you get caught with all of it. That's 3 jobs there that don't get done. No, one job gets done at a time. So you could do that. You could do a few jobs. Right, Lou? It's true.
Oh, God.
We don't have anything of that variety. And the one we do have, not for you.
Why?
You've only done one for us. Gotta have a little bit more history before we ask you to do that one.
Can I ask what it is? Because
No.
we're Lou. We are very desperate. And
It's
I
like-
don't like to beg.
And he holds Louis I do like desperation. It's nice. It's always there's a ring to it.
Jesus. I don't like Sultan either.
And Lou's desperation means stupid though. He's like, ooh. Okay. Okay. That's fair. It's fair.
Oh, I thought we were bros.
My hands are tied. I got 2 jobs? The 3? What's the jobs? We've got 3 of them. You could take, but they're not going to make you what you want immediately.
You sure you can't tell me the one that you don't want to tell me about?
Oh.
Roll a deception check?
Use women to
Do snakes?
That would be a
Right.
10.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. So
Pretty
well,
average.
Yeah, but like,
I was like,
Well,
do
one.
snakes
the
cry?
Sultan's drunk as fuck.
Come on.
Yeah,
doesn't
the
have to
Sultan
convince
is
the
like
Sultan.
No, but
stony
it's really
baloney.
Lou I have to
Yeah,
convince.
What if Lou's a big old softy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
Oh.
snake.
And he's like,
A snake. Don't do that, it's not cute.
he doesn't say anything, but that's kind of the face you get. You're like,
Oh no.
Okay. I also asked, Nameless wanted me to ask, could you give me any information on Dr. Quill? Like, what you know about him, where he's from?
I got this. Oh, that's fantastic. He's a good guy. It's cool.
Mhm.
It's good medicine.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Nameless just kind of wanted to know where he's from. They were kind of kindred spirits, so she wanted to know if they were related somehow.
Lou's like, moves out.
Do you
He's
know?
out.
Do you know anything about him, Lou?
He like starts to usher you out,
Okay.
and as you leave the door, he's just. Dr. Wilkins is dead probably 2 years ago,
Okay.
I think. No, maybe 3. Stopping by, making a quick drop off. He was here looking for materials, questionable materials, and he was hoping that a bigger city would give him what he wanted. That's where we met him. Sort of where we started our deal. Probably shouldn't tell you that, but if I can't give you money, then I'll give you that, whatever.
Yeah.
He's not anybody important to us. He's just more of a client, and seeing as how you guys did the job for him, begs to reason.
Do you know where he was traveling from?
No, we don't ask questions like that.
Okay.
Don't, you know.
Yeah. Well, thanks anyways. Whatever that one job is, sounds interesting, even if I don't know what it is, because if it's that secretive, that sounds kind of cool. But, hope you find people to do the other 3 jobs, and I'll, see you later. Maybe not for a while, because we have to go help our friend, but...
Laying it on thick, but I get you.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm just nervous. She's kind of like in a life or death situation, so I get a little rambly. But yeah. And then I just start to walk down the stairs and leave, I guess.
You make it to the door and you walk outside.
Yeah. And then I start to cry. And that's the first time. So I cries.
You guys didn't really say where you guys would meet back up, but I will say for the sake of story, you guys either met back up at the Spire or somewhere close to that.
Oh, I wanted to check for like job listings or like help boards.
It actually would have been over in that area anyway.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that stuff gets placed towards the Spire. The Spire is a like common place of that kind of thing because it's also where you would get your licenses for businesses, licenses for mercenary work. A lot of that stuff gets like, if the government or if the city itself has to put out a post of like, hey, we need people to go to this thing or like go mail courier service or things like that, it's usually through the Spire. So a lot of those job postings get posted there anyway. So that would be where your direction.
Where am I in all this? Am I literally like heading?
You are.
Am I in the
So
thing
in
yet?
this hour that they've been doing all of this stuff, the wagon has taken you to the southern part of Sestet.
And there's at no point can I find
Just
anything.
farmland, which is, it's like it's still in the city, but it's like still within the walls, but it's like smaller, sparser farms, and they're starting to. You are part of a wagon train of like 12 different cells, and they are basically dragging yours into the middle.
And no one's with me?
And they lock it up. Huh?
No one's with me in my cell?
No, it's just you. They're not large. They're like 5 feet by 5 feet.
Okay.
So it's like it's something that you could reasonably sit in or like lay down in, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I'm 5 foot long, so.
Yeah, that's what I just mean to say. That's like it's.
And there's nothing else with me inside the actual.
No, just
shit. So
just
there's
you.
nothing I can use. And am I shackled the entire time, or did they let me free? All right, great,
shackled.
cool. Hands and feet.
Just your hands.
Just my hands.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
Yeah. And they've put you towards the middle of the chain of wagons, and they are basically they're near stables. It seems like they're gearing up to go.
Shit. Fuck.
Like
fuck.
so they not like right this second. I'm saying that they are preparing for the journey to Bandit
Sure.
Rock. So
Can I do
the preparations you kind of overhear are probably going to take the better part of the next few hours.
Okay. Can I do a perception check to see if maybe Vestra or someone is in the shadows? Like, anyone around?
You were certainly welcome to try.
Alright. I want to try. Because I haven't done anything for a long time. Alright. $25?
It's still the middle of the day, so
Right.
hiding in shadows and everything, like the city is still moving.
Right.
People are still going about their day, and from your vantage points, which is basically just the two sides, like the three sides that don't that have openings, you're looking around and
Nothing.
nothing.
I don't see my friends. I don't see Vestra. I don't see
Nope.
anybody suspicious.
Nobody's suspicious. You're just kind of seeing the guards going about their business, and you see some of the other prisoners through your bars and their bars, but they all seem much more downtrodden than you are, or in worse states.
That's fair. Okay. I'm trying to look around for something that can pick a lock. I'm trying to look for something like...
Your cart is raised 3 feet from the ground, so you'd have to be able to reach down or reach out.
Right.
So
like
anything in your thing is there's nothing. There's no discernible. You could try to break something if you wanted to. I'm just letting you know, like it's wood and iron.
Yeah.
Like the floor is wood, and then there's iron bars.
Okay. I don't want to break anything in broad daylight, so.
Sure. No, I feel like I was trying. You seemed like maybe you needed more info.
Yeah. I need any sort of info.
Breaking back to you guys, I mean, you would go to the job post. Again, for the sake of brevity and the sake of the story, I mean, you would reconvene probably first, and then have the opportunity to go to the job post. So I would say, as you guys are looking at the postings there, you could have a conversation. The postings there are things like courier service. There are 2 of them that happen to be like a wanted, dead or alive, like bounty hunt. Either of those total 500
gold. That's it.
And
is this the plan?
the courier is like 100, but you would have to make 7 different stops. And then there are 2 listings of some towns to the northeast of dangerous monsters, just things that have kind of torn through a town and need to be addressed. Either of those go for 300 each.
So odd jobs to try and make bail?
I don't think I mean,
That's not even going to be...
it'll be the same amount of time it takes her to get out, basically.
I mean, if we all split up and we're doing different jobs, we could do it in a decent amount of time. My thought is, on the one hand, it would be something we are doing with witnesses. If we are doing this, if she does get broken out, then we have witnesses. If we are doing this and she doesn't get broken out, we're working towards getting her free. The other thing I would say is if you make 7 stops in the area, it's worth 100 gold. I'm curious if we could find anyone who desperately needs something delivered to another continent significantly quicker than that, and what they'd be willing to pay.
I also have that idea that we take stuff from here and go sell over there. Maybe we can make more money, or vice versa.
Yeah, we certainly could try. But specifically if there is something like if someone needs a thing delivered to. I'm sorry, all the place names. Dwarfland.
Ulankar.
Ulankar.
That's right, yeah.
Ulankar. Or if we offered them, like, we could get this delivered to Ulankar tomorrow. But the components for the spell would be very expensive. So we would need a large sum of money. Potentially there are people who may see value in that ability. We could try asking. It's not something that would be easy to get a hold of, and that gives it value. Potentially.
But should we... I'm just worried about us being here, and then she gets out.
We can check in with her on the mirror anytime. Which is a benefit we have that others wouldn't. She can't contact us, but we can make sure to check in with her at least once a day.
I mean, there is one person we haven't asked yet. For money, I mean. We didn't go home. Yvonne hasn't really been spending any money that we know of. She's
I don't know
been
how she
in the
would have
house.
been earning money though.
But she had money she had a shop before she moved in to our house. She had to have made money before. We don't actually know anything about her other than she died, Nerith found her, she came back, she's on the outs with Moral, and she now lives in our house and is doing awesome work with the kids and with the lodestones and all that. But that's actually one person we've never...
You know,
We
when
haven't reached
you
out
put it
to
like
her.
that, I don't understand why she lives with us, because that's kind of a terrifying thing. How do we know she's doing us good?
She likes studying the house.
Yeah. It's
I mean, I'm not saying give up on the plan that's been made. I'm just saying we asked other people. We haven't actually asked her, and if she was still living in this city, we probably would have stopped by and asked.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Or we can go to Ulankar and ask your family. You did just become the biggest hero in, by clearing your family's name.
And he also kind of became... Oh, I don't know that.
Can I get perception checks from everyone?
Everyone? I was like,
Me too?
Is
Do I
it
get to
visual?
roll something?
Yes, it is visual.
Oh, I have my eye back.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter.
4.
No.
5.
No.
17.
Better.
Natural 1 for Nameless,
No.
and a solid 10 for Panther.
No.
Unless he's using his sense.
No, it is visual.
10 and 10.
A job for $5,000?
I smell it.
smells like money.
The gold.
Why do we keep saying dollars?
I know.
I've never said dollars.
Then you just did. Got him.
Clickwhistle gets let out of the cage and you guys win.
Dungeon Master blown the fuck out.
Oh man, it was too cool.
Golly.
Set
With a
Lolly.
17.
Yes, set Lolly as the like. This job posting is along the the outside of the spire. It's not like within it necessarily. Like it's like a like a job board. Like it's like
It's a bulletin board.
yeah, pretty much.
What's wrong with
But it's official. It's like the official like staff of the spire come in and like post these things. So as you guys are sitting there talking, along the western side of the square, you see 4 guards walking in a square formation, and at the center of that square you see Daphne, and you see Daphne moving southward.
Like towards us or like
No, not towards you at all. Just she's moving southward.
guys. Daphne and 4 guards are moving.
I don't think she's likely to borrow us money.
No, that's not what I mean, but
Maybe we should see what she's up to.
maybe we should follow her? I mean, she hates us. But when has that really ever stopped us from trying to...
I don't know. I don't know what we talked to her about.
I could fly and like follow her as a bird. And then
Spread your wings. Fly.
I
But,
haven't flown in a really long time when I wasn't supposed to fly. But I could do that, and then you guys kind of... I don't know, I can't speak to you as bird, but...
yeah. I mean...
I'm not
Or-
opposed to seeing what she's up to. If you want to do that, I think that's the least conspicuous way we can go about it.
Okay. I will become a little finch.
Okay.
I think it's fitting for this episode.
I think
Is your name Atticus?
Oh, yes. I should become a Oh, that's like too much.
Well, you're literally going to be scouting.
Oh! Scout is better.
Okay, I'll be called Scout. That finch.
Again?
That's really cute.
She becomes a scout finch.
Why can't I-
Okay, so you become a finch, and you
Wait, why don't you there?
you make your aerial maneuvers into following Daphne, and
I'm just gonna walk.
you know. Oh, is everybody else trying to follow?
I was gonna follow.
That's cool. No, I was
Sneaky
just
like.
Yeah, like...
Oh.
I was. Y'all don't have to. But I was.
I'm going to go as well then.
He's a clinky clanky man, though.
Okay.
I'm not trying to stay hidden.
You just.
Clink,
How far behind are you trying to walk?
I'm just going to like...
10.
So, they're already past us at this point?
Yeah,
Okay.
a good 60, 70 feet.
Yeah, then that... As long as I can still see them. But I don't want to be too close.
And you can drop back a little further, because even if you can't see them, if you can see the finch.
Yeah.
I'll keep singing a song. October.
Yeah. Then yeah, we'll do that. We'll
Yeah.
I'll follow the
We'll just
bird.
make it look
I'll
like we
just
just
keep
happen to be
whistling.
strolling down the same street
Sure.
they are.
Sure. You continue to move. Daphne moves through the main street. Doesn't veer off. She's pretty easy to follow. The guards don't leave their formation as they walk with her. She's kind of walking with purpose. It's a good half an hour, almost 40-minute walk. And at the end of which she veers to the right to a stable. And as you see it and kind of like get to a vantage point, you see a line of wagons, all like celled wagons. And you do see one containing Clickwhistle, and you see 11 other.
I'm gonna go land on like Clickwhistle's thing and like pretend like I'm.
Being a sweet bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet baby bird.
Yeah, as you're still like just kind of like reeling and trying to figure stuff out, trying to figure out what you could possibly do, like a really cute little finch has landed on your cell. It's not weird. It's just a bird. I just mean to say that it's just sweet. And as that sound comes to you, you hear the of armor, and it's not unlike the guards who have been sort of stationed around you. And as the sound gets a little bit closer, you hear a couple of them come to attention and start like stand at the ready. And Daphne says, "Stand down, you fools." She steps up to your cell.
Hi, Daphne.
All right. She kind of like directs her guards, and they unhook your wagon from the line, and they like start turning it.
What? Wait,
And
whoa,
they
whoa.
like drag the wagon out a little bit from the line,
Daphne.
and they she kind of like motions to the stableman. She says, "I need 2 horses, or just one actually to drag that." So.
What?
And then the stableman runs over. He grabs a horse. They start to hitch up a horse to this to your cell. And just, all right.
Daphne.
Strong.
Daphne. Daphne, what the fuck?
All right, and she starts to like grabs the reins of the horse and starts to pull the horse. And so as you guys are walking, like you saw her veer off, and then you see her come back out with a horse drawing the cell wagon of Clickwhistle.
I
Daphne.
pull out my prayer book and I
And
start
she-
to read.
I go into a nearby
and
shop.
gets on top of the horse, like gets on the horse and starts to. All right.
Daphne.
And talks to the 4 guards around her. I'll be back. And starts to.
I run up to the bars in the front of the thing.
Daphne, what the fuck? Daphne.
Oh my god, you're in a cell?
Yeah.
I thought she was dragging you by your feet.
No.
I was like,
Behind a horse.
what is happening?
No.
I guess that you were still in the
I'm
cell.
still shackled.
Still in
I'm
the
still
cell.
shackled
And
to
you are
a
still
wagon.
on top of the
I know,
cell
wait
as
until
well.
she like gets a little far away, then I'm like, start playing.
Daphne.
I don't want to look too weird. That would be weird.
And she's starting to pull you, and then as
Oh,
you
I'm on
you,
it, right.
yeah, you get to the city gates, and she, gentlemen, and they look at each other and like, step to the side. That's right. Sometimes a leader needs to go outside, and so she keeps writing.
I'm flying.
Oh, okay, you're on the cell.
No, but, like, I'm
you
gonna,
don't
like,
have to if you don't want to.
Well, I feel like it would look weird if I was just sitting on the cell for that long.
Birds just
She
hang out,
hasn't-
man.
Yeah,
she
birds
hasn't
just
I don't
noticed
think
you.
she hasn't.
Okay.
Also, I don't
That's
think
what I
she's
mean,
at
like,
the
she
end
hasn't
of the
noticed
entire
you.
I don't
top
think
of
she,
the,
I
cell.
didn't notice you.
Okay.
They're leaving
She
the
you
city?
like you noticed the song you were singing,
That there's
but
a
like
bird.
but like that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I just immediately assumed.
the 3 of you
They're
though.
leaving. They're leaving the city, or they're.
She is.
I'm following.
I
Daphne.
don't.
I think we.
When we leave the city, we can't follow her inconspicuously. I think we should wait for Nameless to get the info and come back.
Daphne. Daphne, what the
I
fuck?
think this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Let it play out.
Yeah.
It's just
We
trying.
have eyes there. We have 2 birds
Okay.
listening in.
We got 2 birds.
What could go wrong?
Is there any way we can communicate?
No.
Wow.
She's not speaking bird.
In the meantime,
She doesn't ever speak bird.
Perhaps I'm an Eric.
I speak Aran and Aarakocra.
And I should have learned Eric Cochran.
So
I should have learned everything. Why didn't I learn every language?
They're
Why
2
halfling?
different
Why
languages.
halfling, Miles? Alright.
Dude, Elvis would have been way better.
I know!
be my Sylvan buddy.
It's too
Daphne
late.
keeps writing.
It's too late.
Daphne.
Listen, if you would like to discuss something, perhaps right outside of the city gates is not something that's advisable. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
On that sentence, the voice changes from Daphne into the voice of Barlow Vitagon.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Barlow, what the fuck?
I love how Click was last. Like, so little chill, it's negative chill.
I have 0 charisma. So I'm just like,
Again, I would probably cool your jets for just a little while.
That's definitely a skill I have. Plus 11 in.
Are we going somewhere bad?
Just keeps writing.
Okay, I mean, let's go. I mean, I'm the one in the cage, so.
The cage bird sneak.
and I'm just gonna continue writing.
Gonna continue making that lovely
that
noise.
that like nervous bird noise.
Why does the caged bird scream?
Scream of freedom.
She rides for you. You know that your wild shape
4 hours.
with the amount with. Oh, that's right. It's 4 hours. That's right. It's so much longer now.
Got that ring on.
Yeah. No,
that's
it's
not
not.
what I
It's
mean.
just her
because you're level.
natural
Because you're level.
ability. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It would be so
And I
funny
won't
if
worry
it
about
was
it. You ride for another half an hour through the farmland, and there just becomes this point where it's open farm. There's acres, it's just acreage of this one farm, and Daphne turns to the right on one road into a little tiny forested region. Sorry, no, it's not. I'll have to ask you later what you were thinking of because it seems interesting. But into a little glade very small glade of trees. Seems like a lumber farm.
All right, Barlow.
And rides the cage in, gets under the cover, and as gets off the horse, as their feet hit the ground from the bottom up, this image shifts and it's Barlow Vitagon.
I have
Barlow,
disguise self. Why
decidedly-
didn't I do that?
I also have polymorph prepared.
It's a
Barlow.
very illegal thing.
Barlow, what the fuck?
Yes, this is very curious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, takes out a key. This is to say, I have some questions first.
Okay.
You're there.
I mean, I have nothing to do but hang out in the cage. So, sure. What
Sure.
are your questions?
Your connection to the dawn,
Mm-hmm.
how reliable is that?
Very. They are the ones who picked me up when I fell to earth.
When you concluded your job earlier, months ago,
Mm-hmm.
were you given word of someone else?
Did someone else come after you?
Yes.
Who?
Unfortunately, there wasn't anything left to ask.
Good for you, my friend. Not many people, literally evaporate an agent of the Crimson Dawn. I heard nothing.
I'm not no one.
True. I can see that.
Now, I'm not sure what they came for the second time. I really didn't let them get very far.
Because I have to say, those sonic traps were a work of art.
They weren't always sonic traps.
Oh.
Yes, it's probably lucky you weren't the second person.
Very fair point. That is very lucky. I did try to keep away from you as long as I
you
could.
did. You did a very good job.
I tried.
And I would like to reiterate, I do have business hours. And I'm sure you've heard it enough now that I think it will stick.
I think so. I think it will probably.
Don't break into my house again.
I promise I won't. I'll knock next time. Politely.
I don't know that she could use business hours now that she's probably a fugitive from the city. But I'm not there. Which is why Liam didn't say that.
I mean, I'll
No.
use office hours if I can.
Now,
What if she takes her feathers out?
I need you...
I was wondering if she could pick a lock with her feathers.
Guys. I need something very specific from you. You say you did what you did for Cole Hall.
I do.
That's good. And it's good that you were honest in that. And your friends stood up for you as well. Because, to be fair, without that information, I probably would have let you go to jail. Now, I can't have it traced back to me, of course.
Of course not.
But there was something of an anonymous donation.
Donation.
Yes. Some 5,000 gold.
From whom?
That's what I'm
It's
not.
anonymous.
No.
Sorry.
I can hold on, Jesus.
I mean, I know it is anonymous, but like.
From a generous benefactor who has interest in the development of your
patronage, I would imagine. You made a very bold statement, and so did your friends, as to your influence within the Crimson Dawn, as well as the formation of, let's say, something of a... To drop all pretense, your friend Philip pointed at something that we are sorely missing in our council.
Which is?
As you know, the wheels of the justice system are mighty and strong and unforgiving.
Sure.
They are also slow.
Very.
Yes. And
3 months and 4
As-
weeks slow.
much as Daphne is my friend, and I do trust her judgment on many a thing.
As do I.
Stop interrupting me.
Okay.
I would like to enact a, let's say, a service. Work off a 5,000 gold debt. We are sorely lacking a spy master in Sested. Small group that might investigate, infiltrate other areas of the world and give us the information we need. Things that we will use democracy and diplomacy where we can, and for things that, like what's happened in Core Hall, get to the bottom of it, outside the law. You could consider yourselves an anti-Crimson Dawn, some agency for solving crimes, I guess.
Really?
The city of Sested would, of course, not be able to protect you in the event of what's happened here. So use your best judgment. But what I would like to advise to you and to your group is using your talents for the better of other people is very admirable. But do not forget diplomacy and decorum along the way. You are not above everyone else just because you believe yourself righteous.
As I have learned.
Yes, I do believe you have.
You know I am still indebted to the Crimson Dawn.
That's not up to me. That's your own deal. That's not why I paid $5,000. Fuck, 5,000 gold.
We got you.
You got it. You did. You got it in my head. That's not why I paid 5,000 gold to get you out.
Thank you, anonymous benefactor. I would like to
settle your debt with Crimson Dawn as however you see fit. But I would ask, do you have anything more? Do you know anything more? Are they actually culpable?
I do not think they are. They are not the type to cause wars. They are the type to sort of
benefit from them?
Benefit from them until they can stop them.
Yeah.
They are not the ones who started. But I do believe that there is someone. And I think that your device.
No, it's not my device.
The device.
No, I'm saying it's not that one.
It's not that one.
No. No, that was one of the... No, you have attraction on... It... Like I said before, it's not a weapon.
But then
whatever information the Crimson Dawn had on it was incorrect.
Anything is a weapon if you try hard enough.
Yes, but not this one. Not in the way that we are seeing Core Hall.
The plans are not stolen?
No, the plans reside with me.
Okay.
And, but I did check it, and it was one of the first things I also decided to look into. It was why the signs of Bovasia were interesting. But, to be frank,
Sorry, my whole body was like, I'll be Clickwhistle. Sorry, continue on what you're doing.
So you said it anyway?
I did. I had to, or else I would have exploded.
But I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Can I be Frank?
I'll be Clickwhistle.
Ah.
It's an oldie but a goodie, you know.
I can't help it. It's
Well, my
just-
favorite part was I was thinking if Philip were there, that would feel what Philip would say.
So he says, "Let me be frank. What is required for what happened with Core Hall has more to do with that unfortunate second Crimson Dawn member than what you could potentially do with the device you saw me with last."
What was the second Crimson Dawn looking for?
No, it's not what he was looking for, it's what happened to him.
What you did to him?
Yes. It has more. What happened in Core Hall has more in line with that than an irrigation system.
What happened to the second man?
There is.
If I am to be your spy master...
No. I'm just trying to put it in terms that I eviscerated the man. He is a puddle of goo.
And how did he become this puddle of goo?
A very nasty spell.
What spell exactly?
We can go into that later. It has signs of that. It isn't strictly that. It's just similarities. The spell is not permanent.
Not permanent?
Not the one I was using, no.
So he turned into a puddle of goo and then he was no longer a puddle of goo?
Yes, it has a time period. It's not unlike reshaping matter, polymorphing them, so to speak. But it removes any semblance of their body structure, or...
Their bones?
Pretty much. Imagine being turned into a bowl of mashed potatoes,
Oh, I don't like that.
but still being flesh and blood.
I hate that a lot.
Well, I'm sure he did too. It's not pleasant. It does hurt.
It sounds like it hurts.
Yes.
And then when you reassemble?
Equally as painful.
Yikes.
It's for a purpose.
I'm sure. It
But,
sounds...
again, it has a time frame. It does end. And what
But-
we're seeing in Core Hall is...
infinite.
Yes.
So someone took your spell and now...
Not my spell. It's not... Again, it's not a spell that many people know, but it is a spell that I keep within the college under lock and key.
So someone...
Yes,
Would
when
have
they
found
sent
it
you to
from
steal
there.
my plans... And when they sent the second person...
And you turned him into a puddle.
hmm
A third one somehow slipped through.
Yes, in my office.
In your office.
Yes, of the college. And that spell specifically was tampered with. It wasn't removed, but I have enchantments for that, but I also have enchantments in place to understand if someone were to copy from my book.
Mm. And someone did,
Yes.
but changed it.
No. Well, yes. I
They
imagine
Copied it and then changed
within
it.
yes, within the time frame involved. It was some 2 months ago that this happened.
Okay.
They must have altered the spell somehow. I don't know who.
There's no magical trace?
No. That was actually the weird part.
Nothing.
Nothing. They were able to slip in and out, unnoticed. And I'm not sure how.
I think I might know someone.
I know Crimson Dawn member would be able to do something like that.
He is not Crimson Dawn. They are not.
Good,
Crimson Dawn.
good. Especially with your new affirmation that they wouldn't do something like this, I would hate to run around in circles again.
I don't think you should. We have to stop this. I don't mind working
At this
with you.
moment, he notices the finch on top of the...
What?
The bird has been there for a very long time.
Do you need me to talk to it? I know bird.
Can you roll a...
Performance check?
No, actually, he's just...
Are you actually making that noise?
Yeah.
Because if she actually makes that noise, that's when I would leave. And go into a tree.
Nope. It's too late.
Too late. Really bad.
Just like shit on the, just shit on the
Morty.
cart.
Lay an egg.
Bird?
You take 28 fire damage as he shoots a firebolt at the bird.
Well, good. I don't know what.
Finches like that only have 1 HP.
Probably, yeah.
1 or
it's
2.
Probably less.
1 or 2 HP. So you're taking 26 damage to yourself
Okay.
as the fire hits the bird, and your form, like in Shrek, just like bursts into the feathers, and you like are on top of the jail cell.
Nameless?
How'd I get here?
What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
I just got scared Daphne was gonna kill you, and then I kind of got stuck on the thing, and then I wasn't listening, I swear.
I did not plan this. Barlow, please. I did not plan this.
He like looks at you, he's like, it sort of seems as though your party has already made the decision for us what its role in us instead will be. And I suppose I shall have to go along with it.
If it makes you feel any better, we are the Benny Hill of parties.
I don't understand the reference.
Oh, you don't get? He's an Orin. Never mind.
Yeah, we don't get that down here.
He's
We
he's
don't have
famous
that.
for running
We
from
don't have
door
that
to
channel.
door to
I'm-
door
I
to
don't-
door. Yeah.
The traveling duo skips subsidy. I don't
We
know.
do have a flying circus, but it's
Yeah, no.
it's a very silly place.
He's famous for running to door while being chased by monsters. I don't know. But no,
I don't know, but I know exactly.
I know.
Someone call us the
Um,
mystery gang.
I would like to do this to you, for you.
Okay.
He starts
Come
to
in
unlock
second
the chain. He like starts to unlock the gate,
Look, I have some kinks, but
and then unlocks your manacles. Now, for all intents and purposes, you won't have to worry about Daphne. She,
We pissed her off really badly.
yes, you did.
She's never gonna trust us again, is she?
Well, perhaps do this job, and maybe she'll look at you differently.
I'm sorry that I accused you of the dead.
You should be.
And I am.
Great. Then we can move on. No, I don't.
Okay,
shake
alright, cool. Fist bump.
hands. You actually seem kind of cringe as you start to try to touch him. He's like,
Sorry, is it the bird thing?
no,
I'm allergic.
it's the lots of gems.
Okay. That's very fair. Okay, so you have to tell me exactly what you know, and I will tell you what I know of Core Hall, which is literally nothing.
And his cat appears next to him, and it's got like a little.
oh my god, you look Panther with us.
Yes.
It's
I
got
feel
like
very naked. I'm like literally feel very naked.
Nameless just hang
it's
out there
got
for
a little.
minute.
The familiar
It's
has like
just
one
on
of
top of
those
the
little you know, like messenger hawks have the little pouch for the. He's got a little one on him, and he like.
Oh, I'm so sad I'm missing this.
And he pulls out
Me
this
Jackie,
little
not me,
tube
so-
of paper, and he says, "This is everything that you need to know about Core Hall. It's not much that we know, outside of what I've already told you.
There is only so much that people in uniforms can find out.
There's also only so much
That?
we don't know how it's begun, and we don't know if it spreads. It's
You,
Is it
you
a,
think that this is a virus of some sort?
the nature of which,
I thought you
Cases-
said it was a spell.
yes,
Spells are catching.
it's why it's a very, very peculiar and dangerous place to be right now.
Do they know how many have been turned into puddles?
The 400 dead.
That is all? They do not know of the survivors?
The survivors are the others that are what you would call wounded
Dear God.
have been less affected but are showing signs of progression.
Has anyone progressed fully?
It didn't start at 400.
Oh God. Okay. How many have been turned? Of the 400? 200, 150,
What do you mean?
350?
No, I'm saying 400 of them are done.
Right, but how many of those 400 progressed into a puddle as opposed to were instant puddle?
The numbers are skewed.
What's the
There's-
largest number you've heard?
the information is not gathered. It's not easily told because the people who would know are also not there.
Right.
We're working off of paper thin information.
I will find you more.
Yes, you will.
Hmm?
5,000 gold worth of information, if I'm not correct.
I can do so.
Yes, you all can. And he looks to Nameless. Like I said, this is not just you. This is something Sestead has needed for quite a while.
My friends and I have been to hell and back twice. One a literal hell, the other one the flame marshes. We will find out what is happening in Corhall.
Yes. And you said you might have an idea of who?
I do not know. I
He looks to you and he was like, is there anything to go on?
well, once upon a time not long ago, I warned about Magma Incarnate being hit. And, yeah. I don't know if that's what this is.
Have you heard of a particular magic user named Talent?
Yes, he's they are somewhat of a fairy tale, or at least a
They are not a fairy tale.
warning to young mages.
They are
looking for-
much more of a warning. They were able to reach out and take me and my friend here and my other friend on a journey. They were able to take us from the time and space.
Point of reference. You have no confirmation that was Kalenth.
Oh, I thought that
We
was.
know we assume it is.
Okay. Well, we assume that Gallant was able to do so. We faced against them once, and we had to leave. But this seems like the sort of
Where did
thing.
you face off against Kalenth?
The Tower of Blight.
Oh.
Like I said, hell and back
Suppose
twice.
that does prove some theories.
They're not very happy right now.
They're definitely not. They also have a friend of ours, and they are also very, very eager to kill us.
Well, not just us, like, you know.
Literally everybody. They would be very interested.
They want to kill everyone.
Well, they only said it's a stud, so I don't quite know why Boral would be really involved with this, but...
I mean, if there is a war to be started between Grania and Boveja, if they want to destroy Sested, a very good way is to start a war.
I see. Well, I believe you have some work to do. I don't want to keep you anymore.
Thank you, Barlow.
Don't thank me. This is not a fun job.
I believe it, and that is why I thank you.
Come, Wrexham. Well,
Goodbye, Wrexham.
fucking denied.
Doesn't matter.
And
Doesn't matter.
as he walks past the trees, you do see this little and they're gone.
What the fuck?
I mean, you're not going to jail.
I'm so thrilled, but I didn't know that you were up on the...
Well, I wasn't really planning on it. I just was gonna, see what was going on because I saw Daphne, and then Daphne went to you, but it turns out it wasn't Daphne, it was Barlow.
No, I know, I was here.
Wherever we are.
Yeah,
so thrilled.
It's been
I'm
like
stressed.
30 minutes
I'm
and
stressed
they
as
haven't
shit.
come back.
I'm just pacing.
But
I'm
maybe
stressed.
we should, head... Well, I don't know.
I'm so thrilled you're here.
But
do
you can't go back. Can you go back?
Way more than
I
920
mean,
feet.
I can go back really sneaky. Can you,
Do we see Daphne walk?
can you do, can you do
Randomly
a
right after to be
message
like,
or a hey you sort of spell or do
Hey,
you...
you good?
Hey, you good? Hey,
no.
I bet.
I mean, I can go real quick, and then we can meet you at this beautiful cottage.
Beautiful cottage.
I don't know, I imagine there's a cottage
There's
nearby.
no cottage.
There's no cottage nearby.
Open acreage. You're at it's like a glade. It's like a
Lumber
tree
mill?
farm. Yeah,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
lumber farm.
I know.
Less of a mill.
I
more
imagine
like
there
where
was
they
a,
would
I
actually
imagine
have
there was
the
a,
trees,
a
yeah.
worker's housing over there. I don't know.
I know that my skills have been not exactly the best lately. But if you want to do like the whole spider me thing, and I can fly back to Sested, and we can sort of sneaky into the mansion.
I don't think that's a good idea because I mean,
Fair point.
so I think what I'll just do is I'm going to make you look like someone else.
Okay. Do you need me to be like a horse or like something, and you can like ride into Sested like casual like, or a large turtle? I don't know. I don't know what people ride.
Her frame of
Frog?
reference for
I don't know.
animals are what you conjure and
And
the things
he's
he
conjured.
creates.
They also make one with like a bunch of shingles, and he looks like sort of upset all the time. I don't know if that
You can
is
make him a
something that you
kobold.
can
make him a
ride.
kobold.
Oh, I could be a kobold.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
just
was-
bring a
I
kobold
was
into
just
the
I
gonna.
could be a Philip.
I mean, we've done it. We did it with
Seven
seven
of
of
them.
them.
babies. Because we made it seem like we were taking them into like the guards.
You know what will be kind of fun? This is just like more of a fun thing.
Sure.
What if we make you Philip's twin and we tell Philip he has a twin?
Oh shit! I'm fully here for that. I'm fully here for that.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, I can't wait to drop 2 bombshells. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. Everybody's gonna be fucked up. Let's do
I
it.
cast polymorph on her and turn her into Philip.
Okay.
How long
like
does
an
polymorph
exact
last?
copy of Philip.
With one tusk slightly longer
Uh-huh.
and a mole.
Where is the mole?
Right under the...
Like Marilyn Monroe.
yeah, like right under the eye, the
Okay.
opposite, like,
It's a beauty mark.
Okay.
and
Okay.
hair out of it.
Alright.
Oh, no, but you're the girl version.
Wait,
Oh, am I a girl version?
Fraternal?
Alright, sure.
Fraternal
Yeah,
twin.
yeah.
Wait.
So still a shaved head?
No, she has a bow.
wait,
She ties
With one
Wait.
piece of hair, and she ties a bow around it.
wait, wait! I got a question. So did Barlow like take this whole thing out here and then
I'm
just like
sorry.
teleport
Are
back?
you Lilith?
I am absolutely.
And teleport back?
Yeah. So did Barlow just like take this wagon out here and everything?
This is my favorite. I just.
So did Barlow like take the wagon out there and everything, and then like
And do what?
and then like just teleport away and like
let's
leave
do
the
that
horse
once
attached to
we
the
get
cart.
closer
Yeah,
to
do you want me to
Yeah.
fly you over and then?
So there's just a
when
horse there?
you're, like,
We're
closest
closer.
to the gate.
Yeah.
Not that far away. It's like a 15-minute jaunt.
It's the Rugrats.
Yeah, but he,
Yeah.
but he like he just like abandoned this horse out there attached
For
to a
us
cart.
to be able to go somewhere.
Can she just go back into the?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly a little bit closer, and then I'm going to make her look like female you, but you don't know this. And then we're gonna tell you I found your twin.
He's talking about the horse, is what he's talking about. The horse is still there.
Oh yeah, we have to take the
Just slap it; it'll head back.
horse. I can't. You know what? You're right.
Slap the butt.
And then I'm gonna take it
It's gonna go home.
and let it go.
Okay, so you take it off of the reins,
Mhm.
and you do what?
Slap the arse.
You are no longer required to be domesticated.
Better take that bride off.
I'll take everything off. I'll take everything off.
That-
Persuasion check?
That's like her campaign slogan.
6.
The horse looks to you and gives you a very concerned and confused shudder as it
Horses.
turns and starts to walk back towards the system.
Is that what you want? I mean, I
Just
want
keeps
you to
walking.
be
I
one.
mean,
He's going
I
home.
want you to. Okay, as long as they're happy.
I mean, they're going home. I don't want to assume the gender of the horse.
there's
There.
a dongle, so it's a man.
Oh, so
Alright.
so it can connect to a Mac.
Yes.
Man
Okay.
horse. I don't
There
want.
was a story once upon a time where I tried to capture a horse and the horse didn't like me, and now I feel like it's the opposite because I wanted the horse and I didn't want to set it free, but then now I'm trying to set this horse free, and it seems like karma.
So maybe it wants you to keep it.
Hmm.
I'm not there.
I won't do that because
So
we
maybe
have-
it wants you to keep it. Like,
So you
I'm the
fly,
bad idea
you
fairy.
guys
get as close as we
you
can.
guys
with
get
that.
as close before like eyesight from
Yeah.
the city, and you cast polymorph
Mm-hmm.
upon Clickwhistle, so she looks like a female Philip
Lilith.
with a
Technically, the
mole
Rugrats name
that
is
keeps
Lillian, but I
changing
think Lilith's
spots.
fine.
It's just really weird. I can feel it happen. I can feel it
Just
moving
keeps
around my
moving.
face.
I thought it was Lillian and Fillion.
And it looks uncanny.
So we start walking, hopefully near the stable area
hmm
I'm so
where they
weak.
were.
You have no wings anymore either, so it's
That's
a very
our muscle
odd
arm.
feeling.
Yeah, that's just me
You
and my
have-
muscly arms.
You have no feathers either, and
It's very cold.
You know,
it's the feeling like you have this weird sensation, just like the arm hair is picking up the wind, much like your feathers would, but in a very different way, and you feel your beak is now a flat face.
There's a
Feel
lot
you-
of breeze. There's a lot of breeze when you don't have feathers.
yeah, I guess. I mean, I would know this because I
You
have
walk
been
a
And
little
there's just
weirder
so much
too.
space out here.
You can actually see, like,
And
You're not-
you cannot stab with your face. Oh wait, you can.
anybody, if you guys are still just waiting by the gate
She said
entrance,
she was just
Yeah.
pacing, so I was
Oh
hoping.
yeah, I'm just
you see
I'm stressed.
Nameless arrive with a very familiar looking half-orc.
pacing.
It's like looking in a mirror, Philip.
Does that person with name
Like
look
a-
super familiar?
Oh, hey guys.
This is gonna sound weird to ask, but am I drunk?
No. I don't think so.
That was a mistake. Oh, I know where I know it from.
I heard the voice. I get it.
From a traveling show, Benny Hill.
Yeah. I used to get that channel in the monastery.
Yeah, they used to just come by every now and then. Wow, all the way to the waist.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Oh, Philip. Oh, Philip, are you okay?
Philip, I want you to know something. I may have lost Clickwhistle, but I found you to win.
I
Give me a
need to
deception
believe.
check.
I need you to roll bad enough that what we just saw is exactly what happened.
19!
No! No!
Give me an insight check, Philip.
Hey, lips are weird.
I'm sorry. Wait, did you just say lips are weird?
Lips are weird. Can I roll to see if I understand?
No, you did not. You did not. No!
Did you get a natural?
Why do you look at that? Why?
My one good roll of the night.
What is it?
It's an insight check.
It's insight. I'm pretty sure that's 23.
Fuck!
It's a 19.
19.
I rolled a 19. Yeah, it's 23.
Okay. So there is a chuckle at the end of what she says. And you're getting kind of used to jokes. I would like you to roll to see if you understand what the joke is.
What is this gonna be?
Do I understand?
I don't know.
Just
Because I feel
I
like
think
I'm
math is probably still right.
Like
I
a
stopped paying
check?
attention.
Yeah, it's
when
like
you
it's a
said
check. It's not like a
lost
saving throw or anything. It's
Clickwhistle.
just like a check.
You're like,
Like a general wisdom
but
check.
what way did Daphne go? Like, what way did Daphne take
I feel like
Clickwhistle?
I would understand what's going on.
Give me an intelligence check.
I'm just gonna roll all 4 dice and whichever one's the best
No,
one.
you're gonna roll one
I
and
know.
then give me an intelligence check.
How much intelligence?
So that's a 12.
They're
they're so fleshy.
It's weird. You're not understanding. Your friend came back with a different person, and you're not certain if you believe it's Philip's twin.
I rolled an 11.
So that's if I don't think you know what's funny. But you know
think that something
but
might be.
But you're pretty sure that Nameless is trying to make a joke. You just have no idea what the joke is.
Look. I appreciate you trying to help me out. But she's way out of my league.
Do you know
Do you
twins
normally
work?
date your twin?
Oh, wait.
You guys look identical.
Oh no. It's so bad.
I thought you meant like we had similar interests and the same star chart.
You do have the same star chart.
Oh, good. Then we have a conversation starter.
But this is your long lost twin.
Hello.
And what a voice!
But maybe we should take her back to the house.
Have you been singing long? I can tell you're classically trained.
You know how I do.
Liam definitely didn't understand that. Liam's like, yeah, no, it was definitely a mistake not to be drunk. Pulls out a flask.
Yes.
Can I just feel my twin? Can I actually be like this?
But I think.
I mean, I don't know if you're probably not laughing. I don't know. I mean,
I promised Lilith we'd go back to the.
That's me, Lilith.
Would you like a drink, Lila?
I don't know what. I can't. I slug it like I just got out of prison. I'm gonna have a very long drink.
so you guys start making your route to the mansion.
Alright. But which way did Daphne take Clickwhistle?
Well, I'll tell you soon.
We can't. Well, are we just gonna?
We're gonna need to move the homes.
We can't just bring her. Wait, what?
I think we should take your sister home.
Well,
I'm definitely trustworthy and super sneaky. Very quiet.
Best
You literally just got out of jail.
You gave me this, and I'm going to use it.
She gifted this. This was her get out of jail.
can't clip more than a minute. Barlow is just
That's what
sitting in
highlights
his
are for.
office like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's what highlights are for.
Guess who's
This
the
is
spy
exactly
master?
what
This motherfucker.
just standing on the side of the road.
What fortunate timing!
I think she was lost. Can't you believe it?
Well, being
Oh, well, don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, ma'am. We'll find your parents.
Her parents are your parents.
No, I know where they are.
Why? Okay, this bit's getting a little weird.
Do you really not
Why
know
don't-
what a twin is?
Well,
She's your sister.
but how does she know she's my sister?
Do you not see the
Someone
similarities?
told me!
It's like getting Quiznos subs level.
I don't know how to combine Philip's voice that I can't do and Clickwhistle voice. I don't know how to make the two.
I understand. I just want you to know.
I can do.
Wait, especially when you mean no.
He asked me if I could sing.
Those subs!
I can't sing.
We skipped to the mansion part now.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'm trying so hard. You guys.
There's been so much tension for the last 2 episodes. Oh, you gave me this thing and I will abuse it.
You take the hour and a half it takes to get back,
Oh.
Thank God I had that spelling log.
and you. How long does polymorph last?
Well, technically 1 hour, but I have the double day, so 2 hours.
Okay, you were able to. You're able to make it last the whole route. And as soon as you guys come to the mansion doors and step inside, do you drop it?
Not yet. So Philip,
Wait, you're just gonna show her inside the mansion?
yes, because she is family, and that's what you do for family.
I can be trusted.
My favorite thing is that she doesn't have to do a deception or performance check at all.
I never. Because I'm doing it so badly that the roll is a negative.
That's essentially exactly why I haven't asked for one the entire time. It's
I'm
not
not
good.
good at it.
Oh my god.
Philip, I know you felt
Yep.
like
Okay.
I know that
So,
you have a lot
so
of
how long are
family
you gonna
coming
keep doing this?
Oh, for as
recently.
long as I possibly can.
So I thought that when I saw her, I had to bring her to you.
Yeah.
What?
Watch out for the tusks, though.
But she just
I'm not familiar with those myself.
Let
so I don't
you-
know exactly how to do
She
it.
just let you take her?
Well, I told her about the fact that you existed,
That's
and
excellent.
she has, like you, really trusting instincts.
It's kind of mean, but so funny.
But did you know? You
This
want to
is-
know a fun trick?
No, not right now.
I want to see it.
I'm gonna go get a room ready for you. I need time to process this.
But we don't have 2 couches, and she also only sleeps on couches.
I'm gone. I don't care.
He starts to walk away.
I drop it.
Oh, my face is so big now.
That was
You guys
so
know.
good. No, I only.
As soon as I
heard
saw
him
the way
say
she
it.
drank from my flask,
I
knew it was
heard
Clickwhistle.
him say
Glug,
something,
glug.
so. And then I realized that was why the accent
I
sounded
rolled.
really bad.
Hang on a
I
second.
rolled a 20.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I call bullshit on her figuring out how to drink with lips on the first try.
That's my thing, is you would pour
why
it
she's
down
over
like,
here.
Oh, yeah.
like it was her beak. That's how I knew.
Okay.
When I gave her the drink.
That's
We were
fair.
talking during this time.
That's fair.
So, like,
I'll agree with Chris's both
I
the
did-
reasoning against it and the reason.
No, they circumvented it, so fuck
That's
it.
what I mean.
We're
It's
here.
like, yeah, we're good.
So, what do we tell? I found her, by the way.
Yes.
Hi.
So how?
You come back. I don't know. You.
I've got a platter of little pastries and some fruit. Just like
cheese, the cheese.
I know it must have been traumatic for you. I just hi Clickwhistle. Did you see where Lilith went? Lilith? Yeah. Did you see where Lilith went?
Lil had to
I don't know if I know a Lilith.
Okay. Gonna
I
go
just
into
got
the
here,
go
so-
into the kitchen. Right. Hang on a second. You go into the kitchen. Just like
Should I tell him? This feels
put
mean.
those down.
No.
This feels really mean.
No, this has been fun. I think we needed this after the last 2 days.
Yeah, it was a really hard couple days.
I can only imagine.
This is a wisdom thing.
I put it. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Come back. Okay, so we're trying to figure out how to break you out of jail.
Oh, great! What are your plans so far?
Well,
Do you want to tell me?
we can try. We can do some jobs to try to get enough money for your bail.
I mean, that's not necessarily the best thing because, as you see, I am no longer surrounded by bars.
That's fair. It'd be a lot easier to get you out of there then.
Yeah, right?
So how?
It's almost as if I'm already out.
That is one way of looking at it.
I know.
Maybe if we call Clickwhistle in the mirror, she'll be able to give us some information that'll help her get out of.
That's a good idea. Can you think of a rhyme for Clickwhistle?
Huh?
Can you think of a rhyme for Clickwhistle?
She can't speak abyssal.
Only
no.
Dick Thistle.
It's
Only
already
Dick
out.
Thistle. That's the
Clickwhistle's
She
in
can't speak
jail.
abyssal.
Let's
She can't speak
fucking go so we
abyssal.
can get
Abyssal
out
is very good.
of bail.
I'll give
no.
it to you. It clicks. Now, like it.
Oh! Well, I'm glad you're back.
Yeah.
We really ought to find Lilith, though.
Oh, yeah. I think she had something to do back in fucking Reykjavik. I think she.
But
Oh.
anytime
I think
that
she
you
dipped.
miss her, you can look in a mirror and she'll always be there.
She'll always be there.
She'll always be
I'm just
with
gonna
you.
look into the mirror.
Don't do it now. Don't do it now.
Call Lilith.
Because remember, you're calling me.
You see Lilith, but it's just you, Philip. But
Well.
it was vaguely close.
Even if our paths never cross again. At least I finally answered a question that's been bothering me my entire life.
Oh fuck.
What's that?
Oh no.
Whether or not I would have been attractive as a girl.
And
What did
are
you think?
It's a resounding yes.
I'm so glad. I'm really glad. Do you want to know who actually busted me out?
Yeah.
Barlow fucking Vitogan.
No way. Did he
Yeah.
beat up Daphne?
He does know Daphne.
Holy word from below.
But Daphne cannot know that I am out.
Oh.
That's not what he said.
Oh, sorry. Never mind then. Scratch that. Reverse it. But
Scratch it.
he asked me to find out what happened in Core Hall. So it wasn't a device. It was a spell. It's a spell that turns people into puddles of. It literally like takes their bones.
Can I see if I've heard of the spell?
And it's
Well,
spreading like
Give me
a
an
virus.
intelligence check.
Yeah, it spreads.
Everybody's doing it.
Nope.
I'll let you add your like spell attack. Like it's basically like a proficiency and your intelligence.
It was a critical fumble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not any spell that you would have been privy to.
It's crazy. Like apparently there was a guy from the Crimson Dawn who tried to like break into Barlow's house before me, and he got like
After you.
after me. After me?
Before you the second time.
Before me the second time. Yeah.
After and before. She's the Grover Cleveland of breaking into his house.
I got the term in between. So
Yeah.
during that term in between. So I broke into his house, and then this other guy broke into his house, and then I tried to break into his house, and then I got arrested, and now we're here.
Right. Okay.
The guy in the middle, he got puddleized.
Oh.
And apparently, the 400 dead in Core Hall was not originally 400 dead. Apparently, it is catching. So we have to go to Core Hall.
Like
he's
now.
he's the one who posted my bail. He is the one who posted 500 gold for me.
5,000.
5,000. I mean 5,000 gold for me.
Okay.
Well, he wants us to investigate Core Hall?
He wants me to investigate Core Hall, but you guys are definitely
No, it's
it's everybody.
Well-
All right.
I think we'll be able to help him out with investigating Core Hall while we're investigating Core Hall.
Exactly. That's what I figured. So I think we should head towards Core Hall.
Okay.
And be very prepared to see some grisly shit.
We should see.
There are bears there?
Definitely.
We should see if what we can do or find in the way of protection, because there's apparently a goofying spell that spreads like a plague.
Can you talk to Nerith?
You might want
Do you want me to talk to Nerith?
You can't go anywhere.
Drew.
Well, she can't go inside.
I could go in the middle of the night.
Don't.
I mean, it's not worked for me recently, but I mean, I'm normally pretty good at it.
Don't. If we were going to do that, before we do, I would like to go back to the odd jobs board, because I'm not going to ask Naren for another gift for one of our missions.
You don't need to. I mean, you could just ask if he knows about the goofying spell.
That's fair, but still, we'll need something to actually protect us.
I have 118 gold if you want it.
That's fair.
I'm not using it.
There were
I have 4.
Magics at this level for 5 people and a panther. We'd probably need more than that.
There were 2 jobs in the same area asking for some dangerous monsters to be eradicated,
I love that.
right?
We can go out, earn some money, do some research into what we need to make sure we're protected from this thing, and then head out to Court Hall.
That can give Yvonne time to figure out the lodestones. It'll let us figure out everything we can before we go into Court Hall.
We gotta do it pretty fast though, because remember,
And-
I still have that job for the Crimson Dawn.
Sure.
I think
But-
they can wait.
Just
and
because
if
I'm
they
out
come
of jail
at
doesn't
us-
mean that my life isn't in danger.
There's also a party at the Fratterfullers in a couple days.
Oh shit! Fuck! I forgot about that.
We can
Do
go
we
after.
have to go?
We don't have to, but
I
Do you
mean,
think they know about Lilith?
probably not.
They didn't even know about me, you'll recall.
Alright, so let's do the odd jobs. Let's go potty.
because that's at the
Because
end of the
apparently
week,
that's
right?
important.
I just need to do this job within the month, and we need to get on the core hall thing.
Do we know how long it would take to get to Court Hall?
Court Hall is 450 miles away.
Can you convert that into daytime days?
Okay, so 450 miles on foot. You can travel 25. I will say you can travel 25 miles per day.
What if we
Oh,
get?
another continent.
Oh, duh. Sorry.
I have.
So we're looking at like a little over. Well, actually, with the way that months are, that's
And that's-
right.
and that-
months are like 7 weeks instead of 4 weeks in
That's
this place.
true. That's true.
So
They're
it would.
a
So
little
it would.
bit
It would
longer.
be maybe half a month tops to walk there.
If
If we got-
450
if we're doing
divided by
25 a day.
and that's a normal pace. You could go
Yeah.
30, but that's going at a fast pace.
Oh, that's less than half a month actually.
yeah.
What if
So-
we got horses?
Yeah, it'd be even faster if we do that.
If we get some horses,
At your fast pace, you can go 30, and that would mean that you would take it in
If it's 450,
15
that's
days.
15. Yeah,
That's at a quick
so that's
pace.
a little
But
over 2 weeks.
on horseback, it would be because on foot 25 would have been 16. So it's 18 days at a normal pace on foot. On horseback, it should drop down to I think around 12.
So we'll have time. We will absolutely have time, basically,
okay.
if we just
Yeah, every month of the
Slay
year
your
has
monsters,
54
get a
or
little
55
money.
days.
take a couple days to prepare and do these odd jobs and figure out everything we can figure out.
Sure.
We'll be okay.
Was the Red Dawn or Chumps? We totally beat one of them up.
Crimson Dawn.
Question.
Oh yeah, the Crimson Dawn or Chumps, we totally beat one of them up.
You beat up a Crimson Dawn?
Yeah, he was a wuss.
I mean,
and
I
really
tickled the shit out of him.
Wait, was it fucking Vestra?
No.
No, it was
No. It
Dovahkiin.
Dresticle.
He has a really good
Do I
name.
know Dresticle?
No.
That definitely sounds
What?
like.
I don't know him.
That definitely
Well,
sounds like a
he's a
contraction
chump.
of dragon
And we
testicle.
beat him up.
But he's the one who's watching us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Dresticle
So
the
they're Chumps.
testicle.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Question.
I love how
big-
when you guys first heard the name, you're like, oh, Dresticle. Whoa, that's so cool. And then you're like, oh, Dresticle.
I wasn't thinking about testicles the first time.
Yeah, it's a good name.
I'm sorry, have you
It
met
reminds me of
us?
one of
I'm
my favorite things. I don't
I'm
know.
a nice, not.
I'm just
dirty
saying,
girl.
continue.
Don't you dare.
Los Cinco's horny people.
How big are the large owls?
Large.
Like large enough for us to ride them?
What does their size say?
Large?
Wait.
I don't know if I can ride a large.
I'm a
creature.
medium creature.
Actually,
A
no, I
medium
can.
creature
I think-
will ride on a large creature. That's
yeah,
what a horse
Flanagan's
is.
large.
Yeah.
Yo.
So they are horse-sized
Flight
owls?
of owls.
I fucking love owls, my dude.
How many large owls?
I don't know if
can
you
you
guys are aware of this, but I
Up to
fucking
6.
love owls.
You make up to 6 large owls?
I
What
think
the
so.
fuck?
I have giant. I'm so sorry. They are giant owls. They are a large beast.
Mm-hmm.
They fly 60 feet.
They are giant.
Challenge rating of 1-4.
Yeah, so they fly as fast as a horse runs.
But it would just be so much cooler.
Yes, please.
And also free.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I could do the horses too, but I'm saying we could fly above and maybe we wouldn't get so sicky.
Dude, I am telling you.
And you could also just fly.
Flying is great. Do they have the same flight speed as me?
They go faster.
60 feet.
Oh, great. I'm
That
going
means
to
it wouldn't
fly
take
on
us
another
that
bird.
long, right? It's
Do you think
450
she-
miles away?
Do
So-
you think if they flew in formation and she was behind them?
It would half the travel of a normal pace, because what I will reason is that a bird flies for a lot longer than a horse runs.
Yeah, they just kind of do that.
Yeah. So I would reason that on Owlback, you would
Owlback Steakhouse.
you would travel
Bloomin'
you would
owls.
travel faster because you would be able to travel more consistent pace. Horses really don't travel
So
at
you
the
can-
fast pace for a very long time, so they don't go much faster than like human travel does. It's
Also,
meant
you
to
don't
be
have follow
like
paths. You could do it as
Yeah,
they
that's it,
say.
before
you
fast
can do it
bird
before
flies.
fast.
yeah,
like,
you can
it's
do,
like-
you can
I was
really
looking
just
at
do
the
like
map.
a
I mean,
We could
for
literally just
having
go,
the
like-
normal one,
so
over
I would say
the
yeah,
lake.
it would take half as long. So instead of 18 days, it would take 9 days.
It also cuts chances of like
start
running the
designing
county.
an
But you'd have to be
saddle.
able- You'd have to be able to fly for 8 hours.
Straight.
Yeah, I mean, then we'd have to rest, and then I would...
You also got double spell duration rings.
Yeah,
too,
so I can actually,
yeah.
I can last for that long, I think.
I'm just,
Same.
I'm all I mean
Same.
by that is just saying that like, that's my point was more just that like, the spell would have to last for 8 hours for that to be true.
Woof.
I lied, I can get up to 8
Ah.
giant owls.
Do you want to bring any friends?
I cannot
Ow.
wait to write the recap for this episode specifically.
There's a big gap.
Is there
You know where it is.
has there ever been a history of like dragon riders within this land? I just want to know.
I am not even going to make you roll for it. Yes, there is.
All right.
Not in the land, just in the world.
in the world, yeah.
Not specifically Rania.
What I'm going to do is start designing saddles for giant owls, and I'm going to do it based off of what I know of how they used to develop saddles for dragons, but adapt them to large owls. Because we have to remain on the backs of owls for extended
8
periods
hours.
of time, so we'll need saddles to do it. So I'm going to start working on that design.
I can't wait to ride an owl. Just like
very
in
cool.
The Hobbit.
Is
By
there
the
anything
Hobbit,
Plus, I guess.
definitely mean
God,
it.
how long has it been now?
Huh?
That was a day. Should we check in on Yvonne and see about those rings?
No, it hasn't been a day. It's been hours.
Yeah,
It's been
a few
hours?
Yeah, because
No, but
you
those
checked
hours
last
were
night.
long.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Liz,
Yeah.
do you want to go? I mean, I'll need goods to make the saddles for the owls. We'll need money to try and get protection from apparently a spell that spreads like a plague. Sorry, that is horrifying to me.
It's
So let's go look up some jobs. Out of character. I want to do odd jobs forever, you guys. Let's do some odd jobs.
I
Then
can't
buy
wait
a
to
hat.
fucking kill
All right.
monsters and grind.
Um.
Like I want to just like grind and get some good gold.
There's some dangerous monsters around. I want to be a witcher. Let's do this.
All right, let's go.
Back in character. Let's go check out I mean, we should probably check out
Yeah, what's-
Liam's super nonchalant. I feel like Liam is equally excited
Yeah.
to do odd
So
jobs.
what-
I don't know
Toss
what
a
you're
coin
talking
to
about.
your Liam.
So what's the story on those creature jobs? You said they were both in the northeast, yeah?
Yes, they are 100 miles northeast.
Okay.
The first one,
So 4 days walking.
and then
Okay.
the next one would be 30 miles away from that. They kind of are resting in the same forest, just on opposite ends of the forest.
What is the info?
One job tells a tale of 2 cities, and one of them.
One is the French Revolution, the other one isn't.
One of them tells of mysterious deaths where bodies are eviscerated, and the only things that are missing from them are their heart and their liver.
Yikes.
And they also...
Only a Striga's such a picky eater.
I knew you would get that, but like... it's not that. I just mean to
No,
say
of course not, of course not,
it's funny.
but
And there are reports of, at this point, from the posting, 6 dead from the... And it is within the forest. There are... It seems every... It goes in these weird cycles where it's been off for 2.5 weeks, and then for 2 weeks, the attacks start happening more regularly.
When you
So
say
this has
like,
been 6 dead recently.
when you
This
say
has
that,
been like a,
when you say the heart and the liver are gone, do you mean like they're just not in the body anymore, or they've been like ripped out?
both?
Isn't that the
Yeah,
same
well,
thing?
well, no,
Sure,
like,
no, but
I
I mean like
understand what you meant. Like,
surgical,
like
or
are
is
they
it
just
ripped?
missing, or are they like? It's more like a ripped
so.
out.
So it's been they've
scenario.
been torn open and
Mhm.
okay.
And
ouch.
eviscerated
also
the bodies
they're
are sort of
not-
like like
they're not like still there. They didn't just like remove it from the body and leave them. They did take them.
Yeah, it's something has been removed and taken away.
Okay.
And 6 is the by the language of the post, it says the recent death
Dead.
toll.
Okay.
The second posting talks of an infestation underground underneath the city on the second city that's beyond the forest. An infestation underground of, at this moment, no one's sure. It's just that there are traces of giant holes in the ground throughout the entire city. And every time somebody goes to inspect it, all they hear is monstrous chittering and are chased away are basically driven away by a sound. They get compelled to leave the hole.
Interesting. So there's no deaths reported there. It's just
No deaths. It's just that like
People
food
are like
keeps
something
getting
weird's going on.
stolen. Houses are becoming unstable and sinkholing into the there's like sinkholes, so they fall into the ground.
Okay.
So like there's injuries for sure, and there's loss of limb or like there's loss of property, but no actual violence being had.
Okay. Not a patron of the arts. Let's see.
I say we take them both.
Yeah, if they're right next to each other, it seems like 2 jobs we can knock out pretty quickly to get a pretty good chunk of change.
That sounds good.
It's over 100 gold each if we do them both.
Yeah.
It's over. It was 500 each.
1,000 gold.
Oh, I thought those were 300 each. Okay, yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
that's-
sorry. No, the wanted people were 500.
The bounties are.
The monsters were 3.
Why did I say something? Why did I say anything? All right.
No. 600
Sure.
gold is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
I also do not have any weaponry
I see what you were
anymore.
saying about 100 each now.
Oh.
Basically 100 for.
Right.
Yeah, if Daphne's okay with letting you go, you think
I
she's gonna
don't
give
know
you the
if
weapons
Daphne's
back?
okay with letting me go.
So you paid your bail, yeah?
Technically,
The issue we
he
have.
also stole me.
Yes.
I mean, I got the impression that Daphne was okay with it, but that maybe the guards might not be okay.
So
with
the
it.
main issue is that by her sentencing, even if she had finished out her sentence, coming back to the city, she'd have to be under guard. So
Well, that-
if you wanted to go to Daphne and collect your weapons, you'd have to leave the city undercover.
One of us.
Come back into the city as yourself with your guard escort. See if Daphne can give you back your effects.
One of us could also just go and be the liaison.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sure.
Maybe you get my weapons back to remember it, dear friend.
Fair enough.
I meant to say this as Barlow.
Oh. Did he
Um,
give me back my weapon?
No,
Oh.
it just is. It's more that your bail is paid. You're free to go, essentially.
Free-ish. Yeah.
Well, it's with the it's Barlow's caveat of do work for me, do work for the city of Sested, and do this job that we need you to do. Daphne knows that I'm asking you to do this.
Ah, okay.
I'm sorry I didn't make that clear.
Okay, so
Did the
so
guards know that
legally,
she
so
is
legally
okay
she's
too?
perfectly fine.
Technically, legally, I'm fine.
Legally, the guards have no cause to stop her from doing anything. Her
Okay.
bail has been paid.
Okay.
So glad
Her bail has
that we
been
used
posted,
polymorph,
so
though.
she is no
Very
longer
happy.
she is no
Very happy
longer
with both.
tied to the jail time.
I missed this.
Okay.
So I
As
didn't
bails
need to use
work.
polymorph.
Okay.
Oh. I'm
So
done.
I guess
Okay.
I could.
They probably will watch you guys, but like they can't do anything without express.
Oh,
It might be.
which
Tough,
which
but
is
I can
good
get my-
because we're apparently all looking at some postings right near the spire right now, and we did not disguise you.
Oh,
so
whoops.
Yeah.
thank goodness that
That's
is
why I
a
also
thing.
didn't stop it from.
Oh, I didn't think. I thought we were just going over.
No,
what
that's
we
what- I
previously
mean-
saw. I didn't know that we.
Oh, I
had
thought
left the
Liam
house.
and I just like went and saw and then came back and reported.
Oh,
I thought we were just doing like an expedited version of that.
Oh, I
It's
thought.
fine.
Yeah, well,
Basically,
Either way.
either
Are we
way,
standing by
and,
the
and for the
spire?
sake of brevity, unless you actually wanted to say so, you wouldn't have actually talked to Daphne about getting your effects. You would have gone back to the
gone to the
garrison.
spire.
And just grabbed it.
Yeah, they
Okay.
would have kept it at the garrison.
Oh,
Yeah, they would have kept
Okay.
her stuff at the garrison, and they would have basically held on to it in like they were holding on to it
Reasonable
because you had a bail. So it's like, okay, well, these are her personal effects. Like she could potentially get
They
back
give
out
them
of.
to me in the manila envelope.
Yeah, kind of a thing. It's just like
It's just
you're getting your stuff back, but
With
they're
the
and
daggers.
it's with the notice of just sort of like
She
yeah,
posted bail,
because
she's
you
a criminal.
because you paid. If that had probably stayed there for more than a week, they probably would have sold it.
Oh great,
Yeah.
then all my shit is back on.
All your shit stuff.
Great, never mind.
Okay, let's do
Um,
these jobs. Yeah.
I'm down. More than down.
Should we?
Up even.
Should we do the evisceration one first, or
Well,
do we want to
we'll
do
do
the
that
easier
first,
one?
yeah.
We'll do the closer one and then, yeah.
Okay,
So-
great.
Can we like maybe take? Can I don't know. When I was a bird, I got hit by a lot of fire.
Oh, we don't need to go right now.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
rest up
Yeah.
in the morning.
Okay. Cool.
I'm down with that too because I burned all of my spells
Yeah. I also, yeah.
beating up a Crimson
Yeah.
Dawn guy.
Let's make sure we're ready before we go. We'll be
Okay.
gone for a couple days.
Cool.
Okay.
I mean, it's midday.
Yeah.
Ask.
Midday.
Midday.
It's like 2
Um,
o'clock. It's actually by this point with the walk over and the walk back and the walk over there and the walk here. It's probably like 3.
I'd love to do some research on like wildlife / creatures in the area to see if we can get any ideas about what we'll be facing in those woods. And you know the library best. Is
Oh.
there any chance you'd want to help me sift through some stuff?
Sure, we can also ask Webster.
Can I come with
He's
you
the one-
guys?
Oh
Doing all
yeah,
the-
yeah.
Alright, cool. I want to look up those. Oh, I didn't tell you, but they were like weird dragon. Did I tell you what would happen? Did I tell them what happened?
Yeah, you told him about the dragon.
Oh, no, but did I tell about the little dragon? The little.
Yeah, the little lizards.
Well, I
You
wanna
did
see what
also.
those
tell
are.
Oh, the dinosaurs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to tell you
Sorry.
about the
Oh, the
doctor anyways.
dinosaurs. Liam doesn't think that.
Oh.
Miles.
There wasn't a lot of information, but you asked, so I also have to tell
You relay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll relay it while we walk up to the library while I go get Webster, because he's...
We do that.
And with that, that's where we'll open up
Thank
next
you.
time on the Natural Ones. Thank you so much for watching this
Interesting.
tumultuous episode.
It was a lot.
This
I
has
don't
been
remember what was this week and what was last week.
I don't
I don't
know.
know where the line.
It all just kind of
I'm
blurs
scared.
together.
I'm
yeah.
scared, but I'm excited.
Trial was this week.
Ooh.
That
Okay,
was
the
started this week.
trial
always-
was
yeah.
the start. Okay, so we beat up the Crimson Dawn guy last week.
Yeah, it's kinda, yeah, but
Okay,
it's all the
Yeah.
same.
I
This week
genuinely
was
thought
It's
that
all
was
been the
this
same
week.
day, so
Yeah.
It's been a
Hey,
hard
you're
day.
ruining the movie magic.
no, I meant like it's all been the same day in game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's all I said. It's all been the same day.
Wait,
and-
we're in the movie magic.
Get him!
Boom.
I think I like
but
that seating
seriously,
arrangement a lot. Wow.
why I put her there.
Yeah, that's why. All right.
Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you around.
Bye.
Audience.